My big booty bitches.
You're live?
We're currently live. All right, welcome. We are at Ask Rudy Anything. It's the 420 edition at 420. A little bit after 420, but right around 420. So what we're doing here is we have the chat room going, correct? And people are going to be sending their questions in.
Hey, in case you guys are wondering, man, you know what? This is a family affair, man. Like, our whole family works on this, on these programs, including my little grandson, Benito. So if you hear him talking, he's talking, man. That's
the bruiser.
Yeah, because he can do that because he's my grandson, damn it.
All right, that's fair enough, I think. So anyways, before we go any further, you haven't even introduced yourself. I have not, and I apologize for that.
And he's single, and he's a Pisces. He likes long walks on the beach.
Gemini. Everything else is correct, but Gemini, yeah. But my name's Eric Carter, also known as EC the Prodigy. I hang out on Cruising the Barrio, Friday nights, CRB Radio. That's about it for me. You know, I'm not going to get into my background right now. We're going to get into your background.
Oh, I thought they were asking you questions.
About me?
Yeah.
Ask Eric anything?
Yeah, anything.
Oh, okay.
Anything.
Well, if they're interested in what I have to say, they can ask me.
You know what they told me, Eric? Someone said, man, that is the most bravest shit you've ever done by going live and allowing anyone to ask any questions that they want to know of your 30-year wrestling career, music career, love life, whatever it is.
Those are dangerous questions.
You know what? and here's the deal, man. And in case if you haven't picked up the book, My Life, the Funhouse, the Rudy Hill story, you already know that I'm an open book. One of the beauties of being Rudy Hill, there's goods and bads. One of the beauties is that nobody holds me down. Nobody puts me to the fire. You know, I know a lot of guys that throughout their business and what they do in life, they have to kiss ass to be where they're at. Oh. One thing that I never have done, and I'm sure not going to start at 51 years old, is to start kissing ass.
If you're going to start that, you start early, I think.
Exactly. So anything that whatever questions are being thrown my way, I haven't got a problem answering it. And that's the beauty of this whole fun day today. And by the way, this ain't a bashing people podcast. This ain't about, dogging people, even though I don't have a problem doing it.
Let's not call it a shoot interview or anything
that.
No,
we can call it whatever you want to call it, but the bottom line is, at the end of the day, whatever that one question that you've always wanted to know of Rudy Hill, ask it.
Now's your time to ask.
And let me also say this, that sometimes the truth hurts.
Just be careful what you wish for sometimes.
That's right. So what's happening over there in the, I see the ROX-TV crew are working real hard, man. They're working.
I love
your
hard.
Customized.
Yeah. When I came in today and they had this prepared for me, unbelievable.
Dude, you just knew it.
Unbelievable.
You just knew it. Why? Because we're cruising.
Yeah.
We're cruising today.
Yeah. They wanted to let people know I was on the barrio. They tied it in. I think they tied it in nice,
that,
really.
That was a good tie-in.
Yeah.
Good tie-in. All right, so let's get to these questions. Do we have any questions, Eric?
There's a way to retrieve questions. Mr. Rocks told me. My YouTube?
You sent it to his text message.
You want me to read? I'll read you what you sent me. Dave Brzezinski, if you could wrestle one more match against anyone, alive or dead, who would it be?
Oh, man, that's easy, man. That's easy. The greatest wrestler to ever put on trunks. My hero, man. And, of course, I'm talking about Ed Farhead, better known as the Sheik. And I think him and I, the styles we would have made $1 million together. I mean that. I truly mean that.
Similar styles, absolutely
right.
similar.
And one thing that DJ Carlito always tells me, he's always like, you know what, man? If you were just 20 years early in the wrestling game, man, who knows what would have happened. But I had a good wrestling career, and I'm happy about it, and I'm proud of it.
Absolutely.
So it would be the Sheik. And by the way, you can pick up the new Sheik book. By Brian Solomon, and yours truly is in the book.
That's awesome. I was going to plug it myself, but now I don't have to. I love talking about your wrestling career. We could talk about that all day. But I love Dave Brzezinski's
Well, you've known it for a long time.
I know, but I could still talk wrestling all day.
Absolutely.
I mean, you've wrestled against, it says alive or dead. You wrestled against Terry Funk,
yes,
Dusty Rhodes at the same time.
Yes, three-way. That was beautiful. I mean, if you watch the video, you can see me. I'm bleeding like a pig, but I'm smiling from ear to ear.
Sure, yeah.
I mean, you know,
kid in a candy store.
Right, when you're in there with your heroes and idols, man, it's very exciting. It's very exciting.
I can only imagine. That's awesome. Someone's typing, and okay, here's another one. It says, "What are some of the nicest and meanest celebrities you have interacted with in your career?"
Oh boy, here we go.
Yeah, this could.
Oh boy,
this could be a good one.
This is
coming out hot.
Let me just say this: some of the nicest, some of the greatest people that I've ever met, and didn't let me down as celebrities, would have to be guys like George Lopez. When I met with George Lopez, he was an awesome guy. I was on a field trip with Santana at the Detroit Institute of Arts.
Okay.
And George Lopez just happened to be filming a special there. And he came over to the kids and took pictures, was real friendly, up close and personal.
Just being a good guy.
Yeah, and then he asked me out of the blue, didn't know me from Adam, and he was like, "Are you going to the show tonight at Joe Louis Arena?" I said, "Unfortunately, I didn't get tickets." And he was like, "Here's this number, call this number, you'll have tickets waiting for you at the box office." And I did, man, and it was awesome.
Yeah, that's a class act. That's a classy move, yeah.
Right, you know. And another guy that was and is still a really good friend of mine to this very day is Vanilla Ice. You know, Vanilla Ice. You can say what you want. Okay. You can say what you want about him. You know, I know he's been the butt of many jokes, but he also laughed his ass all the way to the bank.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Because he was selling 10 and 15 million copies when no one was selling 10.
Yeah.
Prince wasn't selling 10 and 15 million copies.
You got to have bucks to get a 5.0.
Thank you. There you go. There you go.
Yeah.
Another wonderful guy. I mean, one of the most incredible people, Vince Vaughn, who I had the pleasure of bowling with.
All right.
In Hollywood. We were in the Hollywood, but we were at some bowling center in Hollywood, and I was there with my boy Jesse and Spider-Man and Clowny and just a crew, of juggalos. And we were in the bowling alley, and I had already been drinking, and I'm playing Mega Touch, and I hear this loud ruckus behind me of this man, and he's being really loud and obnoxious, and I was like, oh man! And I turned around and I was like, "Holy shit, man! It's Vince Vaughn."
And he's a tall guy too, right?
He's a giant,
6'6" or something. Yeah.
So he sits dead.
A little imposing,
Dude, he sits dead right next to me, and he's like, "Oh man, you think you know that music trivia, don't you?" And I was like, "Oh, Mr. Vince Vaughn, would you like to challenge me?"
Challenge accepted. Yeah.
So, me and Vince Vaughn, true story, we played for 2 hours Mega Touch, playing, and he's just buying rounds and he's buying rounds. So then they call out, they say, "Oh, you're number 42 lane, you guys, it's time for you to bowl." So we tell him, I tell him, I says, "Well, listen, I got to go, man. With my friends, we're going to go bowl now."
Right.
And he was like, "You got room for one more?" I was like, "Hell yeah, man."
Sure.
So long story short, man, Vince Vaughn came over there, bowled with us, bought us drinks all night, and paid for it all.
That's
man.
awesome.
It was really cool. Now let's talk about the dicks.
Right. Let's do a 180 now.
Let's talk about the dicks. Let me start off with one who's very popular now and wasn't shit when I met him, but thought he was the shit, and I'm talking about Machine Gun Kelly.
Uh-oh.
Now, Machine Gun Kelly and we were backstage at one of the gatherings, and it was just him and I. It was just him and I, and we were in catering. And I'm a nice guy. Hey, how you doing? How's your day
Chat people
going?
up, yeah, sociable.
And I was like, "Hey, so how you doing today, brother?" Total no sell.
Wow.
No sell. I was like, "Oh, maybe he didn't hear me." And so I'm just like, "So is your weekend going all right?" And dude, he turns his head on me and he gets on his phone. Wow. And I'm like, "You know what, man? Fuck you, man.
Yeah.
Fuck you." And I'll forever be like, "Fuck you" for that.
Yeah.
Another one who was a dick, and I met him in his home. We were, me and Violent J were over. We were gonna do some business with him, and it was Kid Rock.
I'm guessing you didn't do business.
No, it was Kid Rock, and I just was. for real, man. What a dick, man. What a straight racist dick.
Yeah.
Yes, the shit he was talking, I was like, wow, I can't even fucking believe I'm not joking this guy.
Seems as the years go by, more and more negative things.
Yeah, and everybody always tells me, they say, well, he's got a black kid. Well, so what, man? The fucking, the slave owners used to fuck the help too, man.
Yeah,
I mean, what the fuck, man,
Racist is a racist, no matter the skin color or whatever.
Exactly. You know who else was a dick? Was the Sugar Ray guy. What was his name? Mark McGrath. Mark McGrath was a dick until he seen that Joe Bruce, Violent J, Rudy Hill, Rude Boy, and Sabu were surrounding him. And he changed his whole fucking tune that night.
Yeah,
and
that'll nice you up a little bit.
Yeah,
Sure.
Hey, guys, what's up?
No, you misunderstood me earlier.
But, anyways, those were just some of the encounters that I've had. And again, you can read about some of this stuff in the book as well.
My Life, the Funhouse.
It's true.
All right. Now, you can get on Amazon.com, I believe.
Yeah, or you can come tomorrow night to the new Dodge Lounge in Hamtramck, Michigan, and I will be signing copies.
No, that's a purple party, if I'm not mistaken.
That is, man.
Yeah.
It's on the 6th anniversary of Prince's death. The day Prince died, I swear to God, we had a Juggalo. We were doing the Juggalo show at Psychopathic Records. And I remember calling Joe Bruce, and I was like, hey, man, Prince died. And he was like, get the fuck out of here. No, Prince didn't die. I said, he died, man. He really did.
Yeah, that
snuck
up on people.
And the phone dropped, and all of a sudden he got up, and he was like, man, please tell me you're going to do the Juggalo show tonight. I said, yeah, I'm still going to do it. And he was like, man, because we're making it an all Prince special. And we made it that night. Prior to Prince's death, though, I do want to say this. Rude Boy, Rudy Hill, and DJ Carlito are not cashing in on Prince's death.
No, I know. I was going to mention that myself because I found that fascinating.
Right.
What you're about to say.
Right. And we had been doing Prince parties for 8 years before he passed away.
Right.
So we would
You were immortalizing him as he was still alive,
right.
And you're still doing it as he's dead.
Exactly. And we have a great following. And I got to tell you something. The new Dodge Lounge is one of the coolest spots I've ever walked into. And tomorrow night is going to be a lot of fun. And you know what? Look, man, there's no judging there at the new Dodge Lounge when you come through those doors. Black, white, Puerto Rican, whatever, gay, straight, whatever. No one cares. No one's judging you. No one's pointing at you when you walk through the doors at the new Dodge Lounge. Other than you got your purple on. Right. That's all, because we're gonna have a good time tomorrow night. Right. Yeah. Starting at
Stuff
9 o'clock.
Like that. Right.
So that's gonna be a fun time. That's gonna be good.
Okay. All right. We got another one here. This is from Juggalo 1997. I'm guessing Juggalo 1997. Okay. So he asks, what is it like wrestling Abdullah the Butcher?
Well, wrestling, God, what's it like? It's usually painful.
Right. What's it like getting a forehead or a fork jammed in your forehead?
Right. It's usually the most brutal thing that you've ever been through. And even as he got older, when he got older, he couldn't even get into the ring, Eric. What they have to do, they have to take down the second rope for him to get in.
I saw that in Japan. I've seen that in Japan when he. Yeah.
And I remember wrestling him the very last time ever was at my return to the Gathering of the Juggalos. And, man, here's Rude Boy with bleach blonde hair. And man, everybody was like, oh, my God, because they didn't see me all weekend.
It's been a minute, yeah.
And when I got in the ring, I was like, oh, man. And boy, that wasn't bleach blonde very long with Abdullah the Butcher.
It was crimson man.
It was strawberry red. That's what it was. But wrestling strawberry. Wrestling the big strawberry.
Right. You'll get it.
Wrestling Abdullah the Butcher is truly something of a dream come true. And let me, by the way, say this to the motherfuckers out there that talk shit about Abdullah the Butcher, the motherfuckers that talk about hepatitis and all this shit. I'm talking about that guy Hannibal out there who's fucking full of shit. I said it. That's right. Because I'm going to tell you what, I've wrestled Abdullah the Butcher. Necro Butcher has wrestled him. Madman Pondo has wrestled him. The names just go on. And guess what? None of us contracted any hepatitis. So maybe you might have maybe you were doing some shit you shouldn't have been doing.
We should trace your hepatitis a little bit better.
Exactly. And by the way, man, you know what? You're just a big goof who pays guys to be on your podcast, and you ain't shit, man. And I hope everybody who's watching this sends him the link, because he ain't shit. He's a fucking mark. That's right. I said it, Hannibal. You want blood, motherfucker? I'll give you blood. Shit.
All right.
Damn. All right.
So that's so that's what it was like wrestling Abdullah. Holy cow! All right. So all right.
I just don't like when people talk shit about my mentors.
I get it. I understand.
Of my mentors, I don't like
people
that.
You respect, people that respect you, people that you have a close relationship with, a bond with. Sure.
That's right, man. That's right. I agree. You know. And Eric, you were brought up in the wrestling business as a baby.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
and so you yourself, Santana Hill, Carlito Hill, you guys respect the business on a different level.
Yeah. No. Yeah. We've seen it. We see it through different eyes. You know.
Right.
It's hard to explain, but if you knew, you knew.
All right.
Right. So all right, we have another question here from OG Wrestling Fan 17. It says, "What's your thoughts on wrestling nowadays?"
Oh God. Oh, I don't want to sound like that man, that old man. You know, still
back in my day,
I used to walk to school in 22 inches of snow. They never canceled.
That being
school.
said, you are going to become that guy right now. Is that what's happening? But it's Ask Rudy Anything, so give your answer.
Right.
This is your time. Your answer.
Wrestling today isn't the wrestling that I know. It's not the wrestling that I know. Whether it's good or bad, it's not for me to say.
That's a good way to put it, though. Whether it's good or bad. Right.
Right.
It's just different.
It's different. It's different. I don't understand it. And I've been involved in the wrestling business for 32 years now.
Right.
And I don't understand this part of wrestling. I know one thing. I know that AEW is hot. I know Battleground is hot. I know all of these different federations are hot. But
GCW, yeah.
Right,
out, yeah.
GCW. But let me say this. I seen with my own eyes, you did too, that traditional wrestling still works.
Yeah. Oh,
because
absolutely.
we've been to 2 back-to-back shows in Chillicothe.
Yeah. Yes.
That where traditional wrestling, bad guy, good guy wrestling.
Yeah.
Drew 3,000 people each time.
And it involved independent wrestlers, Hall of Famers, young people, old people, men, women.
Yes.
So I mean, it's say what you want, but that worked.
Right.
It worked that night. I'm not saying it could work every night, but it worked that night. It worked the next month. So there's something there that's good.
It's true. It's true. What else we got?
All right. Our next one is from Bam Bam. You know Bam Bam.
I do.
Okay.
Rest in peace, Bam Bam Bigelow.
All right.
I don't know how he got this message, but
Yeah.
I'm with it.
Well, he sent it from above. Oh, it says Bam Bam from above. Okay.
Oh, Bam Bam
Right.
from above. See there, you clarified it.
It says, "What's your thoughts on the Juggalo scene now versus 90s and 2000s?"
You know what? The Juggalo
Similar
scene
answer.
now. Well, right. I don't understand it.
Right.
I don't get it. No. Really, the beauty of the Juggalo scene now in 2022 is the Juggalos who were there in the early 90s or in the 90s and the 2000s. They've just evolved into adults.
Right.
You know, and now they're bringing their children aboard to the gatherings and to the Hallowickeds and all of this good stuff.
Time marches on.
Right. Time doesn't. That's one thing that my brother Joe Bruce one day said to me, time clear as day. No matter what you do, Rudy, time is not going to stop for you. Mm-hmm. It's moving on as we speak.
Nobody's defeated it yet.
Right. However, watching the Juggalos evolve into police officers, doctors, lawyers. I mean,
it's
writers.
It's gratifying in a different way. You know, most people might not expect that answer, you know, because But that is something that actually happens.
Right. And you know, I think of, I put it in a scenario of The Gathering, okay? 2 years ago, we brought Morris Day and the Time to The Gathering. 2 years ago, okay? Well, not 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Whatever, right before the pandemic.
Okay.
So, everybody in the office was saying, dang, man, how are the Juggalos going to react to Morris Day and the Time? And I stood up in the meeting and I said, they're going to love it. And they said, what do you mean? I said, man, dude, this is who they grew up on, man.
Yeah.
This is who, for better or for worse, man, these are the people that they respect. Now, if this was 25 years back, I'd say, man, that's a bad idea bringing Morris Day and the Time to The Gathering.
Sure.
I would say that. But now, you know, the way that the Juggalos have evolved, I mean, you can bring George Clinton, Morris Day, Sepultura, you know, groups like that because they grew up with them, they understand them, and they respect them.
Ultimately, good music is good music.
Right. No,
So
you hit the nail on the coffin right there. But let me also say this, that the Juggalos that are just coming into this movement, that are keeping this subculture alive, don't diss them because they came on now. Because they're keeping it going.
They're here.
Right.
At least they're here now.
Right.
Like, you say whatever you want about their past, they're here now.
Right.
They're here for you now.
They're here now, and most of them, Eric, were too young to be even down. So now that they've got the opportunity to say, I'm a Juggalo, I'm going to do this, I'm going to have fun with my family, man, you can't diss them for their age.
It's the same thing that they said in the 90s and the 2000s.
Right.
Those same people said it.
Exactly.
So now I can make my own decisions, and these are my decisions.
Exactly. And I like seeing it, and I really enjoy seeing Juggalos that I watched grow from teenagers all the way to respectable adults, and I love it. I'm so looking forward to The Gathering. I'm looking forward to Violent J's birthday bash going down next week at the legendary Rave in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee.
Man, I'm so excited about it, man. Shamil, Shamizel, South Incorporated.
Right.
I'm having a good time. We're going to have a good time in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I'm so excited about it. I'll be looking for all the Juggalos out there. Come up and say hi.
All right.
Yeah.
And next question. So this is from Gary Goforth.
That's a sweet name.
It is. That is a good name. What is it like managing Project Born?
Oh, wow. Managing Project Born was weird because I didn't know what I was doing. They didn't know what they were doing. The company didn't know what we were doing. We just knew that we wanted to sign
Everybody's getting their feet wet at the same time.
Right. We just wanted to get these kids that we knew were talented from Flint, Michigan. And so we signed them. And my project was to take care of them. And, you know, I was
the handler, if you will.
I was their handler / management.
Right.
And so they would set aside a budget for me to make sure they get their photos done, they get their blah 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 done, and you know, and they were so young and so naive, and we were too.
Right.
The whole neighborhood, when we came up to Flint to take pictures, we had some really nice photographers out there. The whole neighborhood came out to cheer these guys on, man.
Yeah, that's great.
To support them, and I like to say
we got
that,
your back. That's
right.
It, you know, we got your back.
Right. What was it like? It was like I said, it was like kind of weird,
right?
Because I didn't know what I was doing, but it was one of those things where you learned on the job, man. You figured it out.
Right.
You did what you're supposed to, and so I'm proud to say that they were a part of my history and a part of my life, and they still continue to be a part of my history and my life, except for they just leave us hanging when we need them to open for us in Carl's Tavern. Yep, I said it. I didn't forget it.
We love Project Born. Moving on. All right. Next question. We have from Vic Ferrari. Vic Ferrari.
Duh,
I like
Come
that.
on, man. Hey, Vic Ferrari.
Yeah, no, that's a great way to. Hey, Vic Ferrari wants to know, what do you think about AEW, All Elite Wrestling?
All Elite Wrestling.
More wrestling questions right up my alley.
No, I think that they're doing great for what they're doing right now. I don't think that nobody in the company knows psychology of wrestling. I don't think that it's not even a criteria there.
The storylines, there's less storylines and more just like, I guess, action or high spots, they like to say, but yeah, I agree. I mean, I see that
like a wrestling match is simple. It's not recreating the wheel.
No.
It's
good versus evil.
Good versus evil. Story A, B, C. The story starts at A, the middle is B, and then C is the go home.
Right.
And the thing is AEW, and maybe they know a secret that I don't know, but they go from A to C right there. Boom. There's no build up to it. And let me say this: some of these most incredible finishing moves, people are kicking out on ones.
Yeah, it's the false finisher.
It's
tough. Yeah, it's tough because you want a finisher to be a finisher. It's so when you see somebody hit, I don't know, whatever they call those Canadian destroyers.
Oh my God! Now that's like getting a body slam.
It's like a scoop slam. Yeah,
right.
That's exactly right.
Like normally you'd be like, most definitely that guy's not getting up from that.
No.
And then all of a sudden, you get a one count. Like, what? What just happened?
Yeah.
AEW though, let me say this though, that Tony Khan, if you ever need a guy to come there
or two,
I'm your guy,
two guys,
your guy.
Right. But they do have talented wrestlers. There's no doubt about that. Their whole locker room's talented. I mean, they put on good shows. So I mean, sometimes it's just I wish they would have more storylines. Yeah,
me too. And there are some guys on there that just they don't look like superstars, man. They don't look like superstars. You come in there wearing a T-shirt that's torn, and come on, man. I'm talking about Eddie Kingston, man. That guy's not no superstar-looking guy, man. He's not some guy like John Cena that you'd want to have a poster of on your wall.
I think that's kind of like his gimmick, though, right?
Yeah, well, I don't know what his gimmick is, but when you get the opportunity to be showcased on worldwide television and the #1 worldwide television show, you kind of want to do better. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know. It might be his gimmick, and I know I'm pissing off a lot of people by saying what I said, but you know what? You asked the question.
Right. Yeah. Hey, that's your opinion.
Oh, and this is my opinion. It doesn't reflect ROX-TV or any of our sponsors.
Hey, I like Eddie Kingston. What do you want me to say? No. Okay. So, I know this name.
Sorry to hear that.
Right? I know this name. Anya Garcia.
Yes.
Oh. Cruz in the Barrio. Very loyal. Cruz in the Barrio.
Yes.
Okay. She wants to know. Oh, she just says, love the shirt, Rudy.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, then here's a question. If I would have scrolled down, I would have found it. So, if you could live anywhere, where would you want to live?
Southwest Detroit. That's it. There ain't nowhere in the world that's more real than Southwest Detroit. And you know one of the beauties of Southwest Detroit is, Eric,
Black
is that
Horse
when Black Horse Cantina is a cool place. But one of the coolest things about living in Southwest Detroit is there are so many different cultures, different nationalities.
All walks of life.
I mean, I once had one of my cousins stay the night with Carlito when they were about maybe 7, 8 years old. And they'd never been outside of Farmington Hills, Michigan. So they came to stay the night in Southwest Detroit, and they were freaking out when they seen Muslim people and stuff. They were like, whoa.
Dude, that's a culture shock.
Right, and Carlito's like, oh, that's just our neighbor. That's just so-and-so, you know?
First name.
Right.
Here's a first name, right.
Right, and it's like they don't understand that, it's just one of the beauties of Southwest Detroit is that it is multicultural, and it's made me the man that I am, and I like to think that I'm a good man.
Yeah, I think you're a good man.
Well, thank you.
Yeah. So everybody at this table thinks you're a good man. Okay. Our next is from Butch Shipton. That sounds like a wrestler.
Right.
So it says, happy 420, gentlemen. Thanks, Butch. Right back at you. Wondering how your health is doing, brother.
Oh, okay. Well, health update.
Right.
Well, as you guys know, back in 2016, I had open heart surgery. And I went through it perfect. You know, I died a couple times on the table, however. But I'm doing good, man. I'm dieting. I'm trying to lose this baby fat or this beer fat.
You're looking trim.
Thank you.
Are.
Thank you.
I'll say that.
And you've known me for every bit of 30 years plus.
You're trimming up. There's no doubt.
And you know, I do want to urge everyone who's watching today, get yourself checked for heart disease. Get yourself checked for diabetes. Man, when your body is telling you something, don't ignore it, man. Don't ignore it. I was mowing my lawn just on a Sunday afternoon, listening to music in my earbuds.
Damn.
And I was like, whoa, that feels weird. That feels weird. But you know what I did? I said, man, it's probably just indigestion. So I kept doing my deal. 2 weeks later, I went to the doctors. And I was like, hey, you know, doc, I had this weird feeling. He was like, it's probably just indigestion. For shits and giggles, we'll put you on an EKG machine.
Yeah.
And I could see the demeanor in his face where he was like, oh, shit, man, we got to get you to a specialist right now. So long story short, within 24 hours, I was under the knife for 8.5 hours.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Yeah. But like I said, man, these days, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling happy.
Came out strong.
Man, I came out strong, you know, and health, when you talk of health, you also got to talk of mental health. Yeah, and let me tell you something, man. You know, I recently went through a divorce of 28 years. Now, check this out. I went crazy. I fucking went crazy. Crazy. Because I didn't understand that you could reach out for help. Because I was always taught real men don't do that, you know. Real men don't cry.
Toughest thing is to ask for help or accept the help. Like,
yes.
It's just, you want to be able to do it on your own. You want to feel like you should be able to do it. I can do it if I put my mind to it. But sometimes it's just not that simple.
Right. It's true. It's true. And we talk about that a lot. You know, we talk about mental health and stuff. And it's important, man. If you don't feel right, go talk to someone, man. Maybe talk to a friend or a neighbor or something, but
talk to anybody.
But get it out of your system,
right?
You know,
don't live in isolation.
No, because that loneliness is the biggest enemy you could ever have.
Yeah, and
you don't want that, man. You don't want to feel left alone, man. Don't feel that way.
Biggest enemy in the world, right here, between your ears.
You're right. You're right, because I'm going to tell you what, man. The thing that was going on with me. And once again, you can read it in the book. Was my mental was like, I can't live no more without this woman.
Yeah.
And so I took a bunch of pills and I got messed up. And long story short, I was trying to end my life, but man, God had a different plan for me. And I've accepted it, and now I'm a better man than I've ever been, Eric, in my life, man. I swear.
It's great.
Man.
I agree with you, and I think it's great. So that's all I got for you. Moving on. The next one is from Jake Snake 87. I love it.
Oh, great.
What was your time like in TNA?
Man, TNA. Eric.
Thank you.
TNA was one of the most fun times ever. We would go there to Nashville, Tennessee every Wednesday. We would fly in. They'd fly us in, put us up in the most glamorous hotel, and we would go over to the Asylum, which is the Tennessee State Fairgrounds. And it was just so much fun, and there was so much family there. Like, everybody was working for that common goal to make TNA number one, not to make yourself number one.
It was a community, yeah.
Right. The only one that was out for self during that whole time was CM Punk.
Uh-oh.
He was out for self, and I watched with these two fucking pupils in my eyes. I watched Teddy Hart hand CM Punk his ass at catering one day. And I was just like, break him up. And I'm holding everybody back. Break him up.
Yeah, you're holding the crowd back.
Right. Sabu's like, stop them, and he's just sitting there beating the horn. Stop them.
Hey guys, help.
But no, but everybody was so good there. The Jarretts were so great to me. I'm happy to say that Jeff Jarrett is still a friend of mine to this very day.
Great.
I like I said, Sabu, you know, I've known Sabu since we were kids. So when we got to go do this thing at TNA together, that was fun. It was a lot of fun. And David Young was another great guy who we got to work with a lot. Alpha male Monty Brown, Super Bowl champion Alpha male Monty Brown.
Absolutely.
He was great. Kid Cash, who is still a friend of mine to this day. I mean, I've had some great times at TNA. Great time. I can't think of one time where I was like, oh, yeah, wait, let me take that back.
Yeah, here we go.
Right.
Now we're on.
So we're in a fucking bar. They fly in this Johnny Fairplay guy from the Survivor show. Johnny Fairplay.
Not familiar at all.
Well, nobody was.
Okay.
But anyways, he's the one who lied on Survivor and was like, I gotta go home. My grandmother died.
Oh God.
His
I don't
grandmother
remember.
died
He
8
sounds
years prior
sounds like
to
a
that.
scumbag.
Right. His grandmother died 8 years prior to that. He wasn't lying. She did die.
She did die. Yeah.
She did die.
Nobody asked when.
Right. So anyways, he's in a bar. They bring him in. He's in a bar. And it was me, Violent J, and what the fuck was that guy's name? Oh, he was so cool too, man. Oh, he was so cool.
From TNA?
Yes. Bobby Roode. Bobby Roode.
Oh yeah, that guy's a great worker.
He's a great worker.
Oh,
It's unfortunately that he is lost in the shuffle.
Right.
However, we're in there and we're drinking and we're having a good time. Scott D'Amore comes in and we start talking to him. Then all of a sudden, this idiot comes over and decides he's gonna sit with us. Well, we're talking like grown men over here.
Right, we're having a conversation.
Right, this is grown men talk.
Yeah.
So he sits down and automatically Rudy Hill. Anyone who knows me and been around me when I'm drinking, I don't mix words. So when he sat down, I was like, "Who the fuck invited you?" And he was like, he started laughing. And I was like, I'm not laughing.
Right.
I'm not laughing, motherfucker.
This isn't a joke. Yeah.
This is how you get your ass kicked, motherfucker. Shit, But, God, he was such a goof and he was such a, he had to be the butt of the joke.
What
and
was
it was
he?
like,
What was he there for?
well, because they brought him in to do a special guest manager and shit. They thought
give me a break.
people that watched The Survivor would watch that.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know, maybe
Wait,
they did.
was
I
it
don't
like
know.
right after it happened or something? Okay.
Yeah.
Cash in on some of his notoriety. All right, that makes
Yeah.
sense, I guess. Okay.
But he didn't last very long there.
I'd imagine that's how.
Because people just didn't like him, and but that was the only sour note of our whole TNA run.
Sounds like a good experience.
Hang on, let me tell you this. Dutch Mantell, Scott D'Amore, and Jeff Jarrett were the best creative guys that we've ever worked with.
Yeah.
Ever worked with. They weren't out for self. They were out for...
I mean, those are good business, and good minds in wrestling
Absolutely.
industry. So those are some guys that you'd want to have in your inner circle, that's for sure.
You would think.
All right, so we got another question from Old School Juggalo.
Uh-oh.
It says, tell us what your first tour going on the road was like.
Man, let me tell you something. Our first tour, a real tour, was the Great Malenko tour, and we were being booked everywhere because of the controversy with Disney and them pulling the records off the shelf immediately. When it was when an hour after it was released to the public, they pulled it off the shelf. And everybody in the office,
It's a quick trigger.
I remember everybody in the office because we worked so hard on it, and Alice Cooper's on it, and blah blah blah.
It's a big deal,
Right.
absolutely.
And everybody was kind of moping, and I remember looking at Alex Abyss and saying, "Why are we all so down?" And he said, "Dude, it's over." I said, "What do you mean it's over? We can't pay for the publicity that this is gonna get."
Yeah.
And next thing you know, the phone was ringing. And it was, you know, it was CNN. It was, you know, blah, 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 blah.
That's the all publicity is good publicity.
Exactly, exactly.
Right.
So we got booked on this really super long tour. And I just remember my first tour being out there was tough, man. You know, it was our first time ever being away from our family and stuff. And
Life on the road ain't easy.
No, it sure isn't, man. And Journey wrote a whole lot about it.
Right.
And every one of their songs, Wheel in the Sky and all that shit, that's true stories.
Right.
Send Her My Love, that's true stories. But anyways, we did all kind of double duties out there.
Right.
Like Twisted was House of Crazies then. And they wore these goofy Michael Myers masks and shit, and they painted them and stuff. But they were good. But they would wear the masks because before ICP would come out, they would set up the stage. So they were roadies as well as on the show. Again, paying dues, you know. And
I think they would wear the masks while they were roadies.
Well, they like the scary part of the mask. Anyways, it was hard work, our first tour. None of us were getting laid. None of that stuff.
Oh, man.
No parties.
That sounds brutal.
In fact, man, we had a no party clause on the tour. Oh. So.
You said this was a good time, though? I don't know. When does it get to be a good time?
Well, that was when me and Misery started hanging out. That's when it became a good time, man.
All right. That's a good answer.
You know, we got this crazy Puerto Rican and this crazy Mexican together on tour, and we're like, you know what? Hey, man, we're partying, man. We're partying. Anyways, but it was a good time. It was a good time. It was a great learning experience. It taught you how to bust your ass and make your dreams come true, no matter what cost. And but then that was before because we didn't know how to tour.
Right.
We didn't know that when you advance a tour that you could have all of these roadies that come there and put up everything for you.
Right. Even the Rolling Stones were inexperienced about touring at one point in their career.
But I miss touring because I understood how to do it later on.
Yeah, the camaraderie too. You know,
right.
You miss
oh
that.
Man, you know, some of my best memories in my life at 51 years old was hanging on the tour bus with Shaggy 2 Dope, man, and watching fucking old karate movies and stuff and just laughing and tripping and, you know.
Nothing to do with really the music or any, you know.
Nothing.
That's the best part.
For real, not even going out trying to
just
pick up chicks.
Kicking it.
I'm just kicking it with my boy, man.
Right.
And we're on and me and Shaggy, we were movie partners. I don't care where it was at or what movie was playing. We would go to the movie theater. This is a true story. And we wouldn't even know what was playing. And we're like, what's the next movie that's coming out in 10 minutes? They're like, whoa, what's blah, blah, blah. All right, let's go.
Take a shot.
And we go see it. And we went and seen this movie. I can't think of the name of it right now. But it was on the last tour. And it was a movie with, what's that chick from Knocked Up?
Katherine Heigl. Or not, yeah, something like that.
Katherine
Heigl or something.
Something like, help us out on the chat room out there.
Well, let's go on with the movie, though. Give me the description.
So anyways, and then that Seth guy is in it, too. They're both in it.
Okay, Knocked Up?
No, it's the second one where she's like a politician.
40? Oh, wait. Politician.
She's a politician. He's a writer.
Mm.
Oh, my God. Come on, help us out. Yeah, Seth Rogen's in it.
I remember them from Knocked Up. Me neither.
Tell them, hey, come on, you guys out there, man. It was with Katherine Heigl and Seth Rogen, and it's not Knocked Up. Tell us what it is. The first person that tells us what it is gets a free ROX-TV t-shirt.
Uh-oh. That's a good deal. Long shot.
Long shot.
Oh, no, it's not Catherine. It's, I can't think of her name. Crap, this is going to kill me. But I know what you're talking about.
So anyways,
she's South African. Go on. Charlize Theron.
Wow.
Yeah, I should have got that.
So listen.
Carrying on.
Thanks for the guys in the control room.
Yeah.
So listen, man, we went and seen it one night, and Austin, Texas. We had a night off. We drove in a van for an hour and a half one way to get to the nearest movie theater.
Just to see that movie?
No, like I told you, we walked in to say what's going on next.
Right.
And we watched it. We watched it, Eric. I swear to God. 3 days later in Iowa, we go specifically to see it again.
You saw it again?
Because it's so fucking funny.
Wow.
Yes. I wound up seeing that movie three fucking times.
I'll have to check that out.
It's
I've never
really
seen
funny, man. And I was like, when we rolled the dice and we were there, I was like, oh, fuck, this ain't going to be that good.
Yeah.
But it was so entertaining and so fun.
All right. I like it. I'm going to check that out. And I'll check this out. And I'm using my truck mic stand as an ashtray.
Oh, there you go.
I mean, come on. That's pretty incredible.
You got to modify it.
That's what the ROX-TV does for you.
That's it, man. They're always spending the big bucks.
So this is from Juggalo Killer.
Look, they give you a soda that don't even have a tag on it.
Yeah.
Man. What the hell, man?
It's like I think they just put food coloring in water. It's all right.
That was on your rider. You want a Diet Coke, sir? Like, well, it looks similar.
Yeah, they're Diet Conks. Don't worry about it.
Never mind that the crack cap is already open.
Yeah. So what? We poured it in. Nobody cares. All right. This is next question's from Juggalo.
I always freak out about that though. Yeah. When I go to the store, I go to the gas station.
You hear horror stories too.
Right now, I'm like, and then when I open up the cap, I'm like, that opened pretty easy.
Yeah. Or I look at like the level of the drink, and I'm like, that looks kind of low. And I'm like, this better I better make that noise when I open it. Something's up. So Juggalo Killer 303 wants to know, in all your years with Psychopathic, what was your favorite era?
Wow. I have to say, around the time of the Wraith album, I hated the Hell's Pit time, man, because believe it or not, man, you know, it strummed up a lot of evil, you know, on that tour. The tour was
So for those
rough,
of us
man.
out there that don't know what year that would be, what time frame?
I don't know, what year was that, 90 or 2002?
Okay, so we're thinking around 2000?
The Wraith.
So early 2000s.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. But the Wraith was magical when that came out, man. Like the Unveiling is one of the greatest songs ever written. I don't care if it was written by Richard Sambora and John Bon Jovi, or if it was written by Barry and Robin Gibb, or if it was written by Lennon and McCartney. This song stands the test of time, and it really does. And if you don't know it, if you're just joining us because you ain't got nothing better to do but look at it.
We're glad to have you.
Good-looking guy here.
Yeah.
And
Two.
He's all right. He's okay. He's
He
all
meant two. Good looking.
two. Right here. What was I saying?
Something about music.
Oh, okay.
Juggalo era.
That Juggalo era.
2003.
Yes.
You were talking about the album.
Let me tell you something. That time in my life was so good. So good. Everything was so good. And I'm proud of it. I'm proud of that record. I'm proud of the whole album, The Wraith. And
you got to be a part of it.
Man,
be a part of something that was good. Something that worked.
You know, it's one of those things where you know when you got the Matrix, you're holding it.
Right.
And you don't get that very often.
You become aware. You become aware. Right.
You become aware, and I mean, it was the first time we were invited to any award shows. You know, ICP on the red carpet at the Billboard Music Awards. That's an infamous. Yeah. There's infamous pictures and everything out there. Why? Because it was like, wow, we finally were invited to the dance. We cracked
through.
Right, we made it into the dance.
We cracked through.
And guess what? By our ways.
Right.
We didn't do it that way.
We did it
our
way.
Exactly. But yes, that was my favorite era time. And look, man, I'm proud to say that I helped create a new pop culture. You know, I mean,
absolutely.
I mean, when they talk about you on Saturday Night Live and King of Queens and you're a Jeopardy question, I think you kind of did all right.
Yeah.
You know?
You did more than crack through. Yeah.
Right.
You smashed through.
What do we got now, Eric?
All right. We got a question from Sputnik Monroe 56.
I love that.
Me too. It says, where did your wrestling passion come from? and it also says, "Was your dad a fan?"
Oh my God, was my dad a fan? So check it out. My mom, she was obsessed with bingo, okay, which most moms are.
Sure.
It was a good way of gambling, and
I'm not gonna lie, it's not a bad time.
Oh man, me and Carlito go to bingo all the time, bro.
Yeah. I used to break down chairs and tables at the bingo hall when I was like 10 years old to make cash.
There you go.
So I love going to bingo. The old ladies would tip me and stuff on the way out. That was great.
Just imagine now you're all grown and shit. Hey, what's up, lady?
I don't know if I want to go back to that gymnasium and necessarily do that job again. But
so my mom used to go every other weekend, and my father would go to wrestling or out with his buddies every other weekend. Well, the Sheik was wrestling in a cage against Bobo Brazil.
That means the feud was coming to a climax.
Yes.
If you put him in a cage.
My father's already had so much investment in this shit.
Man. all the hours and manpower.
But guess what? Tonight's my night for bingo.
Uh-oh.
My father, by the way, let me just say this, that Rudy Hill was 7 months old.
At this time?
And my father wrapped me up, got me together, and we were at Cobo Arena because he had to see the end.
Right.
The end game.
That's a great story.
My father was passionate about wrestling, man. He was also passionate about me becoming a man and doing right, you know. So my father worked really hard at General Motors for 35 years. And on my 18th birthday, he said, "Man, all you got to do is go sign your paper, and you're in. You're in." Making $16 an hour.
Yeah,
this is in 1988.
He set you up.
Right.
He set you up.
On my 18th birthday. And as I was driving there, I started having visions of, you know, I'm not dissing my dad, but he'd come home with these calluses in his hands, bleeding and stuff.
Right.
And I always said, I'll never do that.
He worked hard.
Right.
I mean, that's it.
Right.
You know?
I said, I'll never do that. I'll never end up like that. Not that it was a bad thing.
Right.
Because it was a great thing because he took care of his family. But I was like, no, I can't do that. So I didn't go to the job deal. I went straight over to the Sheik's place. And I was like,
what do I do?
No, you know what I said? And they hated me for it.
Uh-oh.
They hated me. I already had heat right when I walked in.
Great. And with the Sheik, no.
Right.
Yeah.
I said, your star has arrived.
Oh,
and everybody was like, right.
Chirp,
So I
chirp,
remember
crickets.
Sabu looking at me. I just remember his look, and I was like, oh, man, I'm going to have to fight this guy.
I'm
This
going to have
sucks,
to fight
man.
somebody.
But that's where my passion came from. And let me also say this. Years later, after my father seen me, because me and him, we had a really weird relationship after that, you know, because he really wanted me to, you know, succeed in life.
Sure.
But after he seen me on TV, on pay-per-view, on TNA, and all that type of stuff, he started getting this pride, like, wow, man, you know, he did it.
You could see it in him. Yeah.
I'll never forget it. The first time me and your dad won the belts was the first time my dad came to see me wrestle live, ever. And he was bawling his eyes out at the Palomino.
Palomino, yeah.
And he was bawling his eyes out, and we brought him into the ring, and we put the belts on him, and
that's awesome.
And then from that,
I remember
moment
that.
on,
I was there.
Yeah, from that moment on till his death, he never missed anything, and he was so proud, man. Rude boy, that's my son. You know, he'd be talking to random people.
I remember that. You know, that's one of those things where I didn't know that I knew it, but when I remember being there for that.
Yeah.
Your dad was full of pride.
Yeah.
He was gleaming. Yeah. That was great. That's really cool.
And he's the one who gave me my passion, and God knows I miss him every day.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So our next, this looks like a statement.
Uh-oh.
I guess it's a question, but he put a pondering emoji with it. So, but here we go. It's by Kadeem Zahir Mohammed. When did Chris Carter get his hair back? Oh, he's talking about me? I'm Chris Carter? I've always had my hair.
Wait a minute. When has Chris Carter ever lost his hair?
Yeah. Both Carters have heads of hair. Luscious.
Hey, check this out. Don't you guys go nowhere. We're going to be back shortly after these messages. Don't go nowhere. In fact, call your friends and family. Tell them that Rudy is telling all today. We'll be right back after these words. This segment, it is Ask a Stoner. Here's our new stoner. What's your name, sir?
Budman Stew.
From?
Bluffton, South Carolina.
I'm being joined right now by the stoner, and your name is?
Ben.
From?
Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, Ohio. How long you been smoking?
My whole life.
Your whole life, since you were a baby? Right now, I'm being joined by stoner
Mike
from
Jetarex.
Jetarex. Well, where's your city?
Up near Pontiac.
Up near Pontiac. They don't want to disclose their company where it's at. That's right, the show that you come to love right here on ROX-TV. And right now, I'm being joined by a stoner, and her name is?
Amy.
And Amy, where are you from?
I'm from the Flint, Michigan area.
Flint, Michigan area. All right. F-L-I-N-T. Flint, baby.
Munchies.
Studio 1, 3, 4.
Movies. Music. Whoa. Methods. I'm too high for this right now. It's time for Ask a Stoner.
Best strand of weed you've ever smoked in your entire life?
Ooh, it was blueberry. It was blueberry kush. Yes, that shit was fire. It smelled and tasted.
Difficult.
That is Blue Dream.
Blue Dream. Oh, I got to try that. I never heard of it, but I got to try it.
Zittles.
Zittles.
Yeah.
What's it like?
Chill, creative. Creative,
That's what I need,
euphoric,
guys.
fun.
Favorite album to listen to it in its entirety when you're on that same long high?
Oh, that's a really good one. There's a My Morning Jacket called Waterfall. It's a Louisville band. They're really awesome, but trippy when you're super stoned. You can just sit back, close your eyes, and get lost for hours.
They're called
My Morning Jacket.
That's the
Jim
name of the
James.
band?
Yeah, Jim James.
My Morning Jacket out there. Shout out to you guys. I'm going to check out what he said because I like to get high and listen. Dramatics or stylistics?
Stylistics.
I'm going to listen to an album all the way through. What album is that?
Toast and Abbasi's, Animals as Leaders.
Toastas and Bossies is the name of the band?
Animals as Leaders.
Is the name of the band. Yeah. Animals as Leaders, man. I'm going to be checking you guys out because I never heard of you. Snoop Dogg or Cypress Hill?
Cypress Hill, come on.
Woo-hoo-hoo.
Live Grateful Dead show.
Grateful Dead, yeah, I love it. I love it.
Stained. Don't laugh. I love Aaron Lewis.
Van Morrison's greatest hits.
Van Morrison's greatest hits. Frank Sinatra or Tony Bennett?
Tony Bennett.
Another easy one. Tony Bennett.
Pink Floyd or Led Zeppelin?
Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin, okay.
Both.
Oh, both. Is it bong or is it blunt?
Dabs.
Dabs.
After smoking out all night long. Man, Eric, this has been nothing but so much fun, man.
We are back.
We are, man.
Live with Ask Rudy Anything.
Listen to this guy.
If
You know what? Let me say
Go
this. There's a lot of people out there that think they're the shit as announcers. You know, and they think they're the big deal. But the real deal sits next to me right here.
Oh, boy.
The real
now I'm
deal
smack dab in the middle.
sits right here with me. Go ahead, real deal.
All right. If you guys like what you're seeing or hearing or both, why don't you go ahead and message us. And if you use the super chat, we can bump you up.
Man, the super chat.
Yeah, we can bump
Man,
you up.
I don't know. I want the super chat. Shh.
Yeah.
What? Y'all don't know
So-
about the super chat?
Get in with the super chat. You get bumped up to the top of the list.
And you get my personal phone number. No, I'm just pleased.
We can do both.
No, we're not going to do that.
So let's jump back into it. Hey. All right. The first one's from Hex. HEXXX.
Oh, he had a minute to talk to us? All right.
And it just says, Los Drifters. It's because exclamation point.
Yes.
What's up, Rudy? Because that's not. It wasn't a question. More exclamation points.
Okay.
So Los Drifters, what's up, Rudy? That's it. That was from Hex.
What's up, Hex?
Okay. Next. Next
You only get one question.
Next one's from Juggaloco. And oh man. I'll get back to you, Juggaloco. My bad.
What'd you do, man?
Something popped up, so it came back down. My bad.
Something popped up?
Yeah, but it came back down. Don't worry. What's something extreme on your bucket list?
Something extreme on my bucket list. Wow.
I have a follow-up question. Do you actually write your list on a bucket, like on a pail that you take to the beach or something? Or
I do want to say this.
I
do want to say this. I do have a bucket list. And my bucket list has been filling up as of late, left and right, man. Last year, man, me and Carlito, we did Chicano Fest for the first time ever. Just him and I put together the whole festival.
I was there.
And let me tell you something, bro. That was on my bucket list, that I run a festival, geared towards Mexicans, and it worked out, and we did great, and we're going to have our second one this September. So I'm proud of that. Another thing that I'm going to be doing in September, September the 17th.
Okay.
You know what's going down, right? Fandemonium is going down.
I've heard of it. I've only heard rumors.
Dude, it is going down. I got to tell you something right now. We have got so many cool wrestling giants, legends that are coming to meet and greet with you at Fandemonium. And that's going down on September 17th in Detroit, in Wayne, Michigan. I'll tell you the details later. But
we'll get you the scoop later on.
Monday, we will be revealing the first of 25 superstars that will be appearing at Fandemonium. So
I like the sound of that.
All right. So yeah, that's on my bucket list. My extreme bucket list.
Well, I had a follow-up question because Juggalo Loco sent another one, and he said, "Is there going to be a Chicano Fest in 2022?" So
yes, that's going down. Chicano Fest 2022 is happening. It's happening at the Squeeze Station, and it's tentative right now for September 24th. But it could be the 23rd as well. But I'll let you guys know on Cruising the Barrio this Friday.
But it is going down.
Yes.
All right,
good, man.
Okay. Well, more for me.
I guess. Get down, James Brown.
So we got a super chat for Anya Garcia.
A super chat. Nice. Thank you.
Bumped up. It says, "Love it. I wanted to visit sometimes. Always need a vacation away from Cali. Would you show me around?"
Would I show you? Oh, man.
To ask Rudy anything.
But where do you want to go to? You didn't say where your destination was. Was that Detroit?
But that's showing her around. You're showing her around.
Yeah, I get it, but she said...
Oh, she's coming to town. That's what she... Right?
I don't know.
I want to visit sometime. Always need a vacation. So...
Okay,
she's
to
looking
where?
to come here.
Where do you want to go visit?
I think SWD.
I mean, well, here's the thing, Anya. Yeah, Southwest Detroit. You'd fit in here.
She's a cruiser.
Exactly. She's a cruiser. She is a sweet dear friend of mine, and to the show of Cruising the Barrio.
Yep.
And seriously, she's one of those people that brighten your day, man. When you feel like you're bummed out and you're blue, she sends you a nice message on Facebook or something and says, "Hey, your day ain't that bad."
Yeah, absolutely.
So yeah, I got nothing but love. I'll show Anya. I'll show her everywhere, man.
All right,
I'll show her everywhere, man. I'll let you even pay for it all.
Oh, what a gentleman!
That's what I do.
Chivalry is alive.
That's what it's chivalry.
Chivalry. Chivalry. How do you say? I got to speed up a little. For some reason, this is slowing me down, I think.
What's slowing you down?
This stuff. I thought it was just tobacco, but then the guys over there said it wasn't.
It's not?
Yeah.
Oh,
After
my God.
I was done with it.
What am I going to...
So I'm going to... I'll finish it, though, but...
I
yeah.
mean, just out of courtesy.
Yeah, it's rude. So the next one is from Replicon Radio.
Yeah.
He says,
did we win?
he says, dropping by to show some love.
Okay, Replicon Radio.
The Replicon is watching. And then what looks to be a Tyrannosaurus Rex and bulging eyes.
Hey, weren't we up for an award on there for Cruising the Barrio? Yeah, man. Yeah, did we win? Where's our trophy?
I don't know, but
I'm looking for my trophy.
At least they're dropping by to the show and watching.
Hey, man, you know
they
what?
got us on their mind.
Let me tell you.
Even if we don't win, we're in the ballpark.
Let me tell you this, man, about these guys. I've done some interviews for them. They are top notch, straight up. You know, I love when people ask me questions, or they don't try to dance around it.
Yeah.
Don't
waste my time. Don't waste my time.
Right. They give it to you straight at Replicon Radio. I mean this.
Yeah.
Like, there was no dancing around, so what do you think of the guys who left the company? No, they was like, so what's up with Twisted? You know, yeah. I'm like, I appreciate that more than,
I'm more likely to answer.
Exactly.
When somebody asks me direct.
Exactly. I ain't got nothing but love for Replicon Radio. And for those of you who are out there watching, I'm co-signing on Replicon Radio because they are the bomb. And you know I don't co-sign on nobody. But Replicon Radio is the bomb. And good friends of mine.
All right.
And Carlitos.
And mine and Mr. Rocks.
That's right.
I mean, come on.
All
You're
right,
better than us. You're no better than me.
Well,
and Bobby.
hell, Bruiser too.
Yeah. Oh, so that's my bad. I left him out. All right. Next question. From Prince Fan 1985.
Hello.
I thought you'd pop for that one. It says, what's your fave Prince album and why?
My favorite Prince album is, it's a toss-up. It's what sucks. It's either...
she didn't ask for a toss-up.
I know.
We'll take two. Sure.
Well, I have to say, if I was at gunpoint and everyone wanted to know my favorite Prince album, it's an album that came out in 1988 and it was called Love Sexy. And if you buy the CD,
a good one.
But if you buy the CD, fuck you, man.
No, it is a good. It's a great one.
If you buy the album, here's the thing that sucks. Prince was so into making sure that you listen to all the tracks that he made on the CD one long track.
Oh, great!
Of the whole album.
That's great.
So you just hit and he did it the same with the cassette. It would go like right into the next song. And you're like, oh wow, man, damn.
Can't tell where to stop, where to go.
But Love Sexy has Glam Slam. It has When Two Are in Love. What's the other one? Dance On, Carlito. Dance On. Yeah, man. To Tennessee, which
Tennessee.
Do you know those guys in Arrested Development in that group that recorded that? They fucking because that's Prince saying Tennessee on their record.
No way, I didn't know
Prince,
that.
yeah, so Prince, what he did was he waited because he knew that it was already out, right?
Yeah.
He knew it was already out, but he waited, and his lawyers were like, "What the hell are you doing?" He was like, "This is gonna be a hit, this record.
Yeah.
I'm waiting because they're gonna pay me."
It's banking on himself, man.
For one word, Tennessee, $300,000.
Wow.
For one word.
Does he get any of the backsheesh on that? Any of the royalties or anything like that?
And he gets a percentage
Oof.
for writer's credit.
Oof.
Because
good work. Good work, Prince.
That's right.
That's how you do it right there. If anybody wants to know how to do it, that's how you do it.
Exactly. And you know, another thing that Prince did, you might not be aware of, there was a time in his career where he started to sizzle down later on in the years. And
like what?
Like 2008-ish to 10-ish or something.
Okay.
Something like that. Anyways, what he did was he was brilliant. He was brilliant.
To get the eyes back? Get the eyes back on him?
No.
Okay.
No, here's what he did. Prince hadn't toured
right.
for years at this point. Everybody said, man, Prince, man, you go on tour, man, you're gonna and he did. He went out on this tour. It was called Musicology. The Musicology tour.
Right. I've heard you talk about it.
Right. And what he did was, this is genius.
Oof.
He told the record company, he says,
Thanks,
watch.
Carlito.
He tells the record company, watch how much this record outsells my past ones. And they're like laughing, whatever, yeah, whatever.
Okay. They're thinking they're throwing him a bone.
So what Prince did, remember he hasn't toured in years.
Yeah.
So now it's sell out, stadium, sell out. So what Prince
Absence makes
does,
the heart grow fonder. Yeah.
What Prince
we haven't
does-
seen Prince in forever.
right?
Yeah.
I don't know if we'll ever see him again.
Yeah.
We
sure.
better go now.
Yeah.
What Prince does, brilliant Prince Rogers Nelson. He says, okay, I'm going to outsell my past record.
With this new one.
Yeah, with
right.
this new one. And they're like, nah, never going to happen. What Prince did was, he found out how many tickets were sold in each arena and each stadium. He ordered that many plus 20,000 more copies of his album. So everyone who came through the door got an album.
Oh.
But in your ticket, in small prints, it said you're purchasing this album. So when Prince went to SoundScan and Billboard, they were like, well, they bought their album. It was right there. They knew they were buying it, and they got it in hand.
Yeah.
And that record debuted at #1.
Wow. So
Debuted
he
at
gave. Wow. I mean, that sounds like some sort of loophole or something. But he found it and he exploited it.
Exactly.
So more power to him.
And everybody was like, and here's the deal with the record. It's a brilliant record. It really is from top to bottom. But if people weren't given to them, they would have never even considered listening to it.
Yeah.
Straight up. And now they have a masterpiece in their hands, man.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's pretty cool. So, all right, our next one is from 90s Kid Real. It says, any good stories from WCW?
Man,
I love how everybody's trying to cover every aspect of
Not me
wrestling.
too, man. Me too.
I'm into it. I want to hear about it too.
WCW was so much fun, because it was like when the kids get the keys to the candy store. Everybody was kind of doing whatever they wanted.
This was late 90s.
Right. And then we were like, they were like, you guys got any ideas?
Yeah.
We'll do it. And we were like,
open to anything.
Yeah, we're like, would you be opposed to us having our champion wrestle on your fucking nationwide television? Our JCW champion?
Would you guys happen to mind?
Right. And they're like, no, that's a brilliant idea. We're like, oh man, we better hurry up and fucking get this done before they change their mind.
Yeah, you're already there.
But
they're already there.
But now Mark Madden is talking about it. Bobby Heenan is talking about it. All of these guys are talking about
credible.
Juggalo Championship Wrestling has invaded.
People fans know. People fans respect. That's That's a good endorsement right there. Really.
Man, and developing the friendships that I personally did while we were in WCW was, Eddie Guerrero, man, he was so cool. He was awesome. I got my neck tattooed, and me and him, we were on an elevator together, and he was like, man, Rudy. And I was like, what? He was like, why'd you do that to your neck, bro? Why you do that, And he was like, man, you want people to respect you, man, respect your talents and shit. And he said, man, they're already going to prejudge you when they see your neck tattoo. And I didn't think about it. I never thought about it. And he was right, because so many times in life people have judged me without even knowing.
Right. Sure.
And but gaining a
he was just trying to tell you from probably experience and looking out for you.
Right. And let me tell you something about Eddie Guerrero, man. I'll never forget it. We were at a pay-per-view in Charlotte. No, it wasn't Charlotte. It was where the Blue Devils play.
Durham.
We were there.
North Kakalaki.
Yes, and it was a sold-out pay-per-view. And this would have changed wrestling. A lot of people don't know this story. I'm saying it for the first time publicly.
All right.
So listen to this.
Settle in.
Joe hits me up in the morning. He says, man, because we had an agreement with WCW. You don't got to pay for Insane Clown Posse as long as you play our video and our commercial for the album.
Use them as your advertising.
That's it.
Yeah.
And every week it was like, yeah, we'll get to it.
Oh, they just kept putting it
Right.
off. Yeah.
So this one morning,
I wonder why they went out of business.
We're on the tour bus. Joe says, Rudy, I want you to do me a favor. Go to the mall. Get us 2 ECW t-shirts.
Oh, yeah. Put some pressure
get
on
me
him.
some,
Apply some pressure.
no, he said,
Oh.
get me some Velcro. And get me a couple of the jerseys from the merch. So I said, yeah, I could do that for you, brother. No big deal. So what was going to happen would have changed wrestling forever. I mean this, Eric. So, and by the way, Billy Kidman and Rey Mysterio were the guys that were wrestling ICP.
Okay.
And they were in on everything that we were going to do.
So it was a work.
They were
It
like,
was- yeah.
they were like, hey, we'll just powder out of the ring. You know?
Oh, okay. That's
Because we
that's
put
great.
him in. We put him in on what
You
was
gave him
gonna
a heads up, and then you gave him enough respect to
Yes.
say, "Hey, this is going to happen."
This is gonna happen,
right.
you know. So we fixed the jerseys. We fixed them, man, where they could just rip it, Velcro. Joe said, "Here's the deal." He's like, he was like, make sure that we have the tour bus in front of the building,
running
because yes,
Right.
because
pointed
we can't
pointed
go-
outward.
we can't go through that dressing room.
No.
We have to go out the front
You're
door
eating
into the
alive.
bus and gone.
Yeah.
Make sure that it's set and ready to go. I said, yeah, this is going to be great. This is going to be... And what they were going to do is they were simply going to be announced. They were going to go in the middle of the ring, rip their Velcro jerseys to expose ECW and say, fuck WCW right there on television. It would have changed history.
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Paul Heyman got wind of it, and he put the kibosh on it.
Oh.
He was like, no, they'll sue us, blah, blah, blah. And we're like, how are they going to sue you, man?
That's a bummer that he gets wind of something. Yeah.
So it never happened, but it would have been amazing, man.
That would have been awesome.
That would have been
something people
And
are
you know
talking
what?
about.
Much love to Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman for going along with
Yeah,
it. Huh?
just not even going along. They just said, "Hey, we're out. Do your thing. We're out."
Right. They were like, hey, man, we respect what you want to
Yeah,
do, man.
yeah.
You know, we'll just powder out.
Right. So we're gonna do the super chat for Anya
Uh-oh.
Garcia again. She just says happy 420, Rudy and Eric, with the emoji blushing and hearts.
Oh,
now I'm blushing with hearts.
Me too.
Summer Rain says, "Yo, guys."
What up, Summer Rain?
Yeah, Summer Rains.
Summer rain, summer rain.
I was thinking more like Summer Rains
Makes me feel
yeah.
fine.
That's where I was. That's where my head went. But all right, then.
Have you wonder who's Summer Rain?
I love it.
Oh no.
I love it. And then
I hope you guys are enjoying this today.
Yeah.
I really do. I really hope you guys are enjoying it.
This is probably the best one right here. OG Wrestling Fan 17 says, "Man, this is super dope."
Man, thank you so much. That means a lot to us. It
Yeah,
really does.
Thank you. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening.
Yes.
Thanks for contributing. Whatever.
Remember, you can always go to the super chat anytime, you guys.
We'll bump you. Bump it up.
Man, that means that's like VIP at the club. You know, Eric's out there.
Goodfellas through the kitchen.
Right, yeah, you get to go through the kitchen,
Right.
man, for Bobby Vinton.
Dun, 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 dun. All right, so, our friend Stephen Foster dropped us a line.
Stephen Foster!
He wants to know. This is very Stephen Foster.
Chichillionaires!
This is very Stephen Foster. He wants to know, have you and Joe Bruce ever come to fisticuffs?
Wow.
That's a deep one.
Dude,
It's a deep dive right there.
let me tell you something. This is the God's honest truth. Me and Joe Bruce, in our lifetime, we have almost went to fisticuffs many a times.
Yeah.
Many a times. But I'm going to tell you what. because of the love that we have for one another, the cooler heads prevail.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear that.
For real.
I was hoping that it didn't end up with fights.
For real. No, but I'll tell you what, man. Joe is one of them cats that if you got a problem with him, you got a problem with me, and I've shown it and I proved it since we were kids. We was with my cousin, and Joe was driving. He was from the suburbs. He was from Oak Park. And I wouldn't consider that the suburbs.
No.
Pretty
it's
ill,
Yeah.
But anyways, he would come to Southwest Detroit, and all the homies, man, would fuck with them, man. They'd pick with them. And I'm like, man, that's my friend, man. Leave him alone, So then one day it was me, Joe, and my cousin Randy, and we're driving around just smoking on the blunt. Well, they were. I wasn't smoking then, but I'm drinking beers, with them. Mm-hmm. And he's just dogging my boy, man, dogging Joe. Finally, man.
For no reason?
Just being a dick.
Just to be a dick, right.
So then finally, man, he said something, man. I forget what it was, something shitty, man. And I said, hey, Joe, do me a favor, pull over right here. It was at Patton Park.
Enough was enough.
I said, come here, Randy. He said, what's up, Rude? I said, bro, get out the car. And he got out the car. And I just started punching him in his face. Boom, 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 boom. Joe jumped out the car and stopped me. He was like, yo, man, that's your cousin. I was like, hey, man, you're my boy.
Yeah.
You're my friend. You're my Kleinfeld. Mm-hmm. I'm Carlito. You're my Kleinfeld. And I'm not going to let these people, my friends, my family, take advantage of you, man. And from that moment on, bro, we've been like this, good. Man. Like, there's times where I'm in the wrong and I'll be in a confrontation with someone. And Joe, much like Carlito, would be the first ones in there, like, back off.
Yeah.
And later on would tell me, hey, you started that shit.
Right.
But.
I mean, they're going to tell you how it is,
right? and I do the exact same thing for Joe. If anyone has something to say, man, we're going to fisticuffs. Yeah. But because that's my brother and I love him, man. Same for Joey. I love him too.
I got your back, so it gives me the right to bitch to you if you did something out of line.
Exactly. It's like, all right, yeah, right.
Yeah,
right.
I understand.
Now, that was wrong of you, right?
I get it completely. So the next one is from Corey Harris. That's Corey Harris. Asking, how's your son, Rudy? We used to be friends. Do you remember Corey Harris? Corey. I'm guessing that's a boy.
How's my son?
Yeah.
Well, it depends on which one you're talking of.
I'm not. You're talking about Rudy?
Oh, you're talking about Rudy. Oh, Rudy's doing great, man. He's doing awesome, man. He's I got to tell you something about my son, Rudy, man. He got the raw end of the deal, man.
Okay.
He did. He really did, man, because, he was my firstborn, and this is at the time where we were trying to build up Psychopathic. I'm trying to build up my dreams of
putting
wrestling.
In the hours.
And if you ever heard the song Cats in the Cradle,
mm-hmm.
That's me and Rudy's story. It truly is, man.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have time for him. Yeah, Harry Chapin.
Yeah.
He also did Taxi.
Oh, yeah.
See?
I know. He did some other stuff. We don't have to go. We don't have to play that game right now.
But he, what was I saying?
Oh, your son Rudy?
Yes.
He got the raw end of the deal.
He did. He got the raw end of the deal, man. Although he was taken care of financially and all that stuff, I wasn't there for first recitals and basketball games.
For the moments. Yeah.
I wasn't there for the real moments. And when he really needed a father just to be there, man, and I wasn't there.
Right.
And I hate that I wasn't there. And I've apologized to my son. And
yeah,
he's
I was going to say,
admittedly
so. You're admitting it doesn't mean that it was the right action.
But
at least you're saying, that was my behavior.
Right. But let me say this, man. He turned out to be one of the most incredible people I ever met in my life. He has a great, great, great wife. She's awesome. Her name is Rebecca. And they have my babies. They have Selena. She's my granddaughter. And so is Isabella. She's my granddaughter. And then there's Rudy. So there's
Rudy
my
the
dad.
third?
My
Or
dad.
Rudy the...
Check this out.
Yeah, go ahead.
My dad was Big Rudy. I was Baby Rudy. No, I was Little Rudy.
Okay.
My son Rudy was Baby Rudy. His son is Baby Rudy.
baby.
But they're just awesome, man. They're awesome, and
Well,
I
that's
love
good.
them. I really do. And yeah, man, Corey, I'll pass that along. That you said, "What's up?"
All right. So we got OG Fan Wrestling 17. I believe we had him earlier also. He says, "Yo, Rude Boy, I'm a huge deathmatch fan. I'm sorry. I'm a huge deathmatch nut. What was the craziest match you was in?"
Well.
Tell him, Hawk.
I was in. It doesn't sound crazy, but it was so crazy. Well, the barbed wire matches suck, man, because they rip you open regardless if you want it or not.
Hard to avoid the barbed wire. As hard as you try.
But you know well, I'll tell you the secret to it later.
All right. Off the books.
Right.
It's off the books.
But anyways, I did a match with Madman Pondo. It was crazy, man. This is of course pre COVID and stuff, so don't get freaked out, everybody. But they had all of the people in the crowd bring their bottles of beer and smash them into this bucket. And
So far, so good. I'm thinking.
And we had these double taped on our hands where we stuck our hands into the broken glass and we went to town on one another.
It's like a karate movie with a...
Yeah. They call it something like Tope match, is it, Carlito? Taipei match, yes. Taipei death match.
The next match is a Taipei death match.
But let me tell you this, some of the grossest ones I've ever seen, never was a part of, was like the Legos, barefoot Lego match.
Ouch.
Yes, barefoot Lego match.
I just think about some of the thumbtack things that I've seen.
Uh-huh.
Some thumbtack usage in matches that I've seen.
Well, they also have a thumbtack barefoot match.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna mention. I was gonna ask you if they had that.
Oh yeah,
That's crazy.
That is crazy, man. I seen that, and I also seen a piranha match where they had an actual piranha.
It's like Japan, the exploding death match.
Right, exactly.
In
But
the
man,
90s.
these piranhas are eating at these guys' face. I'm like, oh god, man, what is going on?
That's dedication at a whole new level.
Yeah, I guess
a whole new level.
Right, for a whole $25.
Right, if that. Okay, so Real Hip Hop Head 92.
All right, I like that already.
Says, you both must answer. Marry, fuck, kill. Wow. So far, I like this. The Golden Girls. So all four of them?
There's four of them?
Yeah. Rosie O'Donnell or Judge Judy?
Oh, God. What we have to do?
Marry, fuck, kill.
Just two people?
No. It's the Golden Girls, Rosie O'Donnell, and Judge Judy. I'll go first. So I would marry Judge Judy because she's freaking filthy rich.
Yes,
she's
true.
like the richest person, not even woman, like celebrity on the planet. Like it's crazy how much money she has. So
she's ornery as hell.
Yeah,
man.
so I would, if anything had to happen between our marriage, I could fall back on that. That's all I'm saying.
And plus, she's gonna die soon. Anyway,
yeah,
so good,
fingers crossed. So this could be marry, kill, fuck, kill, because she's just gonna die anyways. And then I would kill Rosie O'Donnell, and then I'd fuck the Golden Girls.
What? Wait.
That's 4 fucks in one. Because if you marry them all, that's polygamy.
In this
and that's
state,
illegal.
In this state?
Yeah.
You go to Utah.
So that you can't even do that. But go ahead. You go ahead. No, this is This is my thoughts. You go ahead.
Okay, well, first off, God, do I really have to answer this?
We could make it quick.
Me, I would marry the Golden Girls because I'm gonna get paid from all of them when they all go.
Oh,
you see?
Wow.
I'm paid.
I'm starting to think I spoke out of line.
And then I would, God, I guess I would fuck Rosie O'Donnell, and I just have to kill Judge Judy.
You're gonna kill my wife, you
That's
motherfucker?
right. No, I'm such a
my
terrible
wife.
idiot.
Okay. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. So we're gonna go to a commercial break right now. So hang with us.
Man, please, if you're having a good time,
Yeah.
hit us
If
up
you
on
like
that
what you
super
see.
chat. What?
Yeah, this is Ask Rudy Anything. We're at Ask Rudy Anything.
Yes. Ask
This
me
is the
anything.
420 edition.
Yes, but you know, we're going to come back in a couple weeks right here on May the 4th, Wednesday, May the 4th at 420. You're going to be able to hang out with us because we're going to have a little Cinco de Mayo celebration. We're going to tell you all about our favorite foods, our favorite drinks, our favorite spots where we party
Keep
for
it Cinco de
Mayo.
Mayo related if
That's
possible.
right. That's right. I mean, so if you're enjoying this, then you might want to join us in 2 weeks from today. But in the meantime, if you want to get bumped up to that superstar, super chat status, then hit it up right now and get down, James Brown. What up?
All right. Let's jump back in. Let's jump back into it. Corey Harris, we've seen this name before, says, did you sing? Uh-oh. I got another one. Bumped me down. My bad.
Did I
Back
sing?
to Corey Harris. Did you sing in for Zug Island before it was called Zug Island?
No, you know, Zug Island was a project that Joe Bruce put together, and there were going to be 2 lead singers. Believe it or not, it was going to be me and Sin. In fact, we recorded together. I mean, if you check out the songs, The River, right? The River. What
Take
else?
me to the river.
No, not that one, because I'd be rich right now.
Oh.
And Always, and what was the other one? Anyways, you could find me all over that record, and because we did record a bunch together, and
that was with Zug Island.
That was with Zug Island, and those guys are so talented, man, so amazing. Please go back in the archives and check out Zug Island Crack Tiles, one of the most incredible albums you can listen to from head to foot. Straight up.
I like it. So we got DeMond Williams. I see him back to back, so I'll just maybe ask these together somehow. This is Kadeem. When did Chris Carter get so big?
When did this become a...
Yeah. Wait, this isn't a roast.
Right.
Come on. It's a 420 fest.
Hey.
So I don't even want to read the next one by it, but okay. So I will. I read ahead.
Why does Terry Sullivan look stupid bald?
Yeah. Why does the guy to your left look like a jackass?
Oh,
come on. No, I'm talking.
Stupid
No,
guy
that would
bald.
be. No, that's me.
Oh.
That's me. To your left.
Oh.
But all right. So it says Rudy. Where do you? Yeah.
Wait a minute. That would be. Oh yeah. Because you were on my left.
Right.
No.
Next.
No, wait a minute. You said to your left.
Yeah, I was talking to you, and I said to your left, meaning your left, and I'm to your left. I'm the jackass. You're good. You're the straight man. I'm the jackass.
I thought. Okay.
What's that,
Hey,
Demond?
man, you know it is a 420.
Yeah. That's why I put this guy right in the trunk of this truck mic stand.
In the trunk of that mic stand.
Yeah, right in the bed of this truck mic stand.
Somebody please ask about the mic stand.
There's not much to say. So it says, Rudy, where do you see IBW the next 5 years? That's DeMond Williams, but DeMond Williams also said this is Kadeem.
Right.
So it seems like some sort of alias.
Well, let me say this for international big time wrestling. I see in 5 years, I see what we always see. I see that it's a spot where people can break into the business and go on and learn the proper way of wrestling with psychology and with,
Start
just
out,
proper
start out
guidance.
on the right foot,
Right.
in the business. Right.
And IBW has always been a good stop for those people that want to.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about Sarah Logan; she used to wrestle for us, and who else was out there? Carlito Davari, huh? Nyla Rose, man. Let's talk about Nyla Rose, AEW number one contender, yes. And let me tell you something: no one, Eric, was booking Nyla Rose except for Rudy Hill. That's the God's honest truth. And we talk about it all the time, her and I. And she's like, Rudy, if there's anything I could ever do for you, please don't hesitate to ask. And You know, as you know, and there's a lot of, everyone knows, you know, my daughter, she had, the brain cancer surgery, and she had the reconstructive surgery yesterday, so she's in for a long haul.
Back to back. That's got to be tough.
And then she starts chemotherapy on Friday, and so the hits just keep coming.
Yeah.
And
you got to be thinking about. I mean, I feel like everybody should be thinking about her. If they have a chance.
But Eric, man, one of the cool things is everyone got together and we all said, you can't buy health. But you can make it easier for someone who's going through it, for some bills to be paid and whatnot. So we're going to be having and this was, I thought this was great. Carlito came up with it. He was like, for my sister's party. Yeah, he says, for my sister's party, let's not make it a downer, man. Let's make it up.
Right.
Let's make it an 80s theme party. Look, she's subconscious about her head now, So I told her, I said, honey, you can come dressed as whatever you want at the party, you know, just come through, And so hopefully we're keeping our fingers crossed that she'll come out to it. But Nyla Rose was the first person to hit me up and say, what can I send to auction off? What can I give you to auction off? What can I do? How can I help your daughter after, all that you've done for me? And I love you, Nyla Rose, for that. Thank you.
That's great. That's great to hear that.
And you know who else hit us up?
Who?
Darren McCarty.
D-Mac?
Right, Carlito? Darren McCarty sent an autographed jersey and was like, to be auctioned. Yeah.
Awesome.
And if you can make it out to the deal on Saturday, May 14th, we'd love to have you. It's going to be at the Jefferson Event Center in Trenton, Michigan.
I'm familiar with that.
$25 gets you in. It gets you free soft drinks and it gets you free dinner.
More importantly, it's for the best cause. Not a good cause, the best cause.
There you go. Thank you. All right. So now, what? Tell me these questions. Where the hell's the question?
Yeah, here we come. Coming back to it. Underground OG 9 says, "Yo, Uncle Rudy, in your opinion," you didn't know you had a nephew.
I got a bunch.
Yo, Uncle Rudy, in your opinion, who is the best in the underground today? Much love, UNC.
Oh, the best in the underground today, man. The best in the underground today. Well, I mean, the best that's rocking it is Ouija Mac.
Yeah.
Ouija Mac. I mean, it's pretty damn hard to follow Ouija Mac in the underground today. I would say right now, if I really had to look at it, I would say there's Ouija Max. There's Ouija Max too.
There's many Ouijas, I hear.
Ouija Mac, Hex
who just dropped
is
in earlier.
Dope.
Yeah.
Are you listening to me? Hex is
Hey,
dope.
eyes up over there.
That's what I'm saying.
Eyes up. Go ahead, Uncle Rudy.
That's right. Hex is the other one. And finally, I got to say this, man. My boys, Wicked Wood, man. Wicked Wood is the bomb. I love Wicked Wood.
I met them in studio.
Yeah, man. Yeah. They're good guys. And
saw them outside of ROX-TV once also. They were getting some business.
They was doing what they do. Because, see, ROX-TV throws down on the music videos and commercials and all that good stuff. So if you want to get down with that, make sure you hit us up because we will definitely put it together for you. Just like this latest one that we put out for Rudy Goes. Rudy goes to this Michigan Squeeze Station. It was a nice little piece we did.
I liked it.
I
viewed it. I enjoyed it.
You know what people are telling me? Wow, I didn't even know this place existed.
Right.
So what we say is, hey, if there's a place you'd like for us to stop in and visit, hit us up. Maybe we'll do it. We'd love to.
We'll help you, maybe give you some free advertising if you want some.
That's it. All right, next question.
Okay. From Whoop Whoop 2017.
Or Whoop Whoop.
Oh, is that how it goes? Whoop Whoop. My bad. Whoop Whoop 2017.
Cards and letters go straight to him.
No, I actually knew that one. Rudy, who did you lose the JCW title to?
Never lost the JCW title. Carlito.
Trick question.
Carlito, I never lost the JCW title, did I?
Never.
That's right. Well, here's what
He's
happened.
currently the interim champ.
Here's what happened. They had a little JCW tour. I was the champion. I was to defend the title on the tour. So the first night, I beat Too Tough Tony in probably one of my best matches ever.
More like 4 Tough Tony.
Right. So anyways.
This guy knows what I'm talking about.
So anyways, the next night, it's a 3-way between Viper, Necro Butcher, and Rude Boy for the world title. Me and Necro decide we're going to party before everything goes down.
Well, obviously, why not? Sure.
So.
Sounds like a great idea.
So. And Viper didn't know we were partying.
Even better. Makes for an even better story.
So anyways, the promoters, Kevin Gill comes up to us. He was promoting and booking the shows. And he came up and he was like, yeah, man, we want, 15 minutes. And the way we were feeling, they weren't getting 5 minutes.
Right.
We just looked at each other.
Sending it home early.
And but me and Necro had a side bet.
Okay.
Who could get the most color? Who would be bloody the most?
I feel like I've heard this story.
And let me just say this, bro. Let me just say this, that we've been drinking all day, so our blood is so thin. Oh my God, it's like a fucking.
And you can imagine the odor that
Thank you.
that it sends out when it starts flowing.
It's like one of those mist things that you walk through and
you can see
Point.
the hops. Just
So anyway, so we have the match. Boom, 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 boom. All right, at this point, I need 9 stitches in my head because I was winning the bet.
So it was a slow day at the office.
No, I was winning the bet.
Right.
Fuck, I was winning.
And then,
So the match
right.
went every bit of 8 minutes out of the 15 they wanted.
So you got halfway there. Not bad.
So
It's admirable.
boom, boom, boom. I pin Viper 1, 2, 3. I retain the title. Go to the back and Kevin Gill's yelling and he's yelling. I'm like, hey, look, check this out. You see me? My head. I busted an artery at this point. And I said, look, I'm going to the hospital. We'll talk about it later. And I was like, give Carlito my money.
You said that to
Kevin Gill.
Okay.
So I go to the hospital. They're like, oh, shit, man, you need 8 stitches. And I was okay, whatever. So Kevin Gill is ignoring Carlito while he's trying to, he's like, yo, man.
Trying to collect.
Yeah, I need to collect my dad's money. So he tells Carlito, just tell your dad I'll call him in a little while. So he called me and he was like, hey, man, we wanted 20 minutes. You gave us 5 minutes. So I don't know, how do you want to do this about the money? I said, hey, what I want to do about this
paid
money
in full?
is I want to be fucking paid.
Right. That's what
Or
I
I'm
wanted.
coming over there to get paid.
Yeah, that was my plan, to be paid in full.
So anyways, long story short.
You never lost the title.
The long story short is we had a show in Toledo the following day. And I said, I'm not coming. I'm not coming.
Yeah.
And they were like, man, you got to come, blah, blah, blah. I was like, not until I got my money in my hands am I coming. And they were like, well, we'll talk about it later. We got to
That's not putting money in your hand.
No, that's not the guarantee I was guaranteed anyway.
It's not what you were looking for.
So anyway, so I was like, hey, man, you know what? It is what it is. I'm going home. And I went home.
Yeah.
And then they had I think a tournament or something where Too Tough Tony won the belt. And but no, I never lost the belts. But let me also say this. I was brought back to JCW many, many a times. And I love JCW. And I have so much fun there. I wish I could have been wrestling in one of those house matches. I would have been throwing the kitchen sink, damn it.
Yeah, literally. And metaphorically.
That too.
All right. Okay. Next we have Food Fanatic 62.
Okay, me too.
It says, coming to Detroit this fall. All right. What are some of the Southwest's best place to eat?
Oh, man. Where isn't there a good place to eat in Southwest Detroit? What?
Nothing. He was just giving me a little notes.
Oh, okay. Do you want to tell me?
No.
They don't want to tell me.
No, I was going to bring it up in a second.
Okay, he's going to bring it up in a
We're
second.
going to super chat the next question.
Man, see, you super chat, man. We might even have to break in right now, man.
No, we don't want to break in right this second. We want to know some of the best places to eat in Southwest.
Well, if you really want to know, super chat. No, I'm just playing. Believe me, I'm playing.
If you want to know, re-ask.
Let me tell you something. If you're coming in the next couple weeks, or you said the next month or so, you want to definitely make sure that you go to Family Treat Ice Cream. Family Treat Ice Cream is right on Springwells, in between 75 and Verner. And what you want to do is you want to go in there and you want to get that double decker. Oh my God, double decker! You want to get the foot long.
Who's got the foot long?
Dude, I gotta tell you something, man. That place has been family owned and ran since 1962.
Nice.
And it's one of the only real original eateries in all of Southwest Detroit from back then. And man, it's a great spot to go, man. And they got they got magic in their oil because it's so good, man. I mean,
always tastes great.
I don't even like pickles, but they do these fried pickles that are.
Oh yeah, I've seen those before,
bro. For real,
we've seen some good and some bad, but yeah.
Tony Pickles got some good fried.
Tony Pickles, hey,
they do.
Tony Pickles, how you doing?
But anyways, Tony Pickles is a $1 million restaurant, and they can pay us for us to say Tony Pickles
if they'd like.
But these people at Family Treat,
I love it. Yeah,
they can't. So that's why we mention them here. Also, I would like to. Please, when I say this is family. Our friends over at Evie's Tamales, they've been rolling with Cruising the Barrio since day one. They have delicious tamales, delicious food. Go to Evie's Tamales in Southwest Detroit on Bagley. And that's all I'm co-signing on for as far as food, unless they're buying us something.
Yeah, I think that's plenty. So the next question is from ECW_nut99. So I think he's a fan of ECW, I'm guessing.
I would say so.
So he wants to know, or she wants to know, or they, or him, or her, or he wants to know.
Hey, dude, you got to be politically correct.
Right. I think I got them all.
Okay.
Yeah. If I don't, I'm sorry.
You're cancel cultured, bro.
Yeah.
If you don't,
well,
you're hit, bro.
When I get to prime culture, then you can cancel me. What's your thoughts on Madman Pondo? Any stories with him? I think you probably have a couple.
My God, man.
Oh, crap.
Look at this guy, man.
And I just said it. Like, we were just talking about it. It seems like
That's at 420
something's fogging me up. Okay, so Summer Rain's super chatted. Super chat.
Makes me feel
From
fine.
Summer Rains, it says, Rude Boy, so excited to be a part of your guys' team. What would you say to a kid trying to follow her dreams? Then she said thanks.
Hey, let me tell you something. There's two ways of doing that. There is a blueprint that was released to the public back in January. It's called My Life, the Fun House, the Rudy Hill story. Now that has the blueprint of making it, and by doing it your own way, not doing it the way that everyone else has done it. Do it your own way, Summer. And let me tell everybody out there. Summer is a new contributor of ROX-TV's website and the stories that come out. And she's put out
writer for ROX-TV.
some really cool things. I know she's a writer.
No.
Can I get
if
to
I'm
that
not
point?
mistaken, she's a writer for ROX-TV.
Right.
Okay, go on. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyways, she is she's someone who's has an enthusiasm about her and has such good karma that you know it's a good fit. And I'm happy that she's a part of the team. She wrote this story about one of the WWE female wrestlers.
Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
I read that. That was
and
great.
it was great.
That was great, yeah.
It was so great.
Yeah, I like that.
And I'm just inviting everybody out there to check out ROX-TV.com. Check out some of the articles because you're going to see some cool stuff. And that's ROX-TV.com. And yeah.
That is what it is. ROX-TV.
Okay.
I just looked it up.
Okay.
I googled it.
See?
All right.
You're the Google master.
Yeah. So now we'll go back. So, no, wait. Let me check for any more super chats. No. Okay. Back to ECW Nut 99. Or did we? Yeah. Madman Pondo stories.
Man, I got so many Madman Pondo stories.
We're back to there.
I got so many of them. I swear to God. Okay, so check this out. So this has never been told publicly either, and it might disturb. No, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't say it. Maybe I shouldn't say it. No.
You can tell a different one.
Me and Pondo.
I'm sure there's a few.
Me and Pondo, man, we had these chicks.
All right. So far, so good.
We had these chicks that we were kicking it with, and we were sharing a room. And so I had this female I was just talking with in my bed. I was just talking, and he's in the other bed with this other chick, and they're just, not doing anything or saying anything. And I was just talking, man. I was talking, bro. Seriously, I was just talking. We were just talking, Right. Nothing was going on.
Just conversation.
And then Pondo yells over to me. He was like, "Are you just going to fuck her yet?"
Oh, wow.
I was like, whoa,
he was just jumping the gun. He was trying to give you
a
jump start.
He was like, I'm sick of hearing you guys talk.
Yeah.
I'm like,
he's a more direct
God,
man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pondo asked me if he could put that in his book, and I told him at the time, no, it wouldn't be a good idea, but now it's out there.
Maybe in the sequel.
Right.
In Madman Pondo's second book.
Shout out to Madman Pondo. Shout out to a dear friend of mine. Let me tell you guys something, man. Madman Pondo is one of the true legends of professional wrestling. He is a man who took me under his wing many times. And he's also the man that has changed me in the ring.
Gave you some necessary skills.
If you really want to know, Eric, I'm going to tell you right now. Madman Pondo, we were wrestling one night in Huntington, West Virginia at a high school. Right. It was for the JCW title. I was the champ. They brought me into town. Well, I had a few demands that I would bring when I brought the championship to town.
When the strap came to town.
One, I got my own referee.
Okay.
Jeff Bundy was my referee.
All right.
I trusted him. I knew he wasn't going to fuck me and take the title from me. None of that stuff.
No screw jobs going down.
No screw jobs, right. Then the other one was Big Chuck Wagon.
Okay.
You got to find him a spot on the show. And they're like...
Bring some company.
They're like, we don't know this guy. I said, hey, trust me. They'll love him in West Virginia.
Sure.
They'll love him.
Yeah, sure.
He comes out
especially
with the
Big Chuck.
shit,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Doing his goofy shit.
Yeah.
And
he's entertaining. That's for sure.
And those were my demands wherever I went. So I'm sitting in the dressing room while I'm drinking beers. I'm drinking beers.
My bad. I bumped my mic stand.
Oh shit.
I hope my sound's okay. Is it okay?
They don't know. They're not paying. They're not even watching.
I could be muted. For all I know.
What's going on Raw tonight?
Is this too close? Is it? Okay.
So, anyways, what was I saying?
It's not Wednesday Night Raw, dummy.
What was I saying?
We were talking about Madman Pondo,
dummy,
and what were we talking? The JCW and Huntington with Big Chuck.
Yeah. So anyway, we go and we do this match. They come in. They tell Jeff because I'm drinking. Because I'm drinking in the back with Carlito. We're drinking, and Chuck's getting drunk. So I was such a bad influence on Big Chuck. But anyway, so we're back there drinking.
Now, to those at home, that's Charles Wagon.
Chuck Wagon. Big Chuck Wagon.
Large Charles Wagon.
Big time wrestling.
Right. Okay.
So.
Continue. Sorry.
So anyway, so we're drinking. We're having a fun time. It's great. Jeff Bundy, the referee, comes up to me because they don't want to come talk to me. The promoter does.
Okay.
The promoter's like, I don't want to deal
messenger?
with them. Right. I don't want to
Right.
deal with them because I'm drinking.
Right.
I'm drunk. I've been drinking since 3 o'clock.
I'm not just drinking.
Right.
I'm drunk.
I'm drunk.
There's a difference, right?
So he comes back there and he's like, Rudy, I got to talk to you. You know, the promoter said, please do not go in the crowd. Please. And also, don't cuss, whatever you do.
Should they have just told you to go into the crowd and cuss?
Dude, the first thing I did,
I mean,
first off, I was drunk. The first thing I did was I ran right into the stands. And I was like, let's kick
as
this.
soon as the bell rang,
Right.
or prior to bell? Prior to bell.
My music's on and I'm up in the stands. I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, man, tell him to kiss your ass. Kiss your ass. So
Stirring it up nicely.
I get into the ring. Oh, and by the way, the special guest referee for me and Pondo is the franchise, Shane Douglas.
Oh, I'm familiar with him.
And he reminds me of this night all the time. He's like, the first thing they tell you is don't go up there, but the first thing you do, you go right up in. He said, man, you and Sandman you guys would have been great together.
You got along well, right?
So, I don't know if I should take that as an insult or not.
It sounds like it was complimentary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would take it as
So
complimentary.
anyway, so we have the match. Boom, 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 boom. It's the holy hell shits. It's terrible.
Right.
It's the worst, probably the worst match that Pondo in his 35 years ever had. That night in Charleston, West Virginia.
Okay.
We got to wrestle the next night in Joliet, Illinois.
Joliet Jake's hometown?
Yes. So we're heading west. I get my phone call. It's Pondo. I need to talk to you when I see you. I'm like, oh shit.
That doesn't sound good.
Right. I respect Pondo. Normally I'd be like, fuck you, talk to me now.
Right.
But I
If
respect
that's how you
Pondo.
want it, that's fine.
Right.
Yeah, I can accept that.
I said, all right, I'll see you when I get to town. We get into town. They have a billboard with me and him on it.
Yeah, squaring off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's coming to town. I'll never forget. It was in this soccer dome. And we walk in. I walk in. Me and Carlito and Jeff and Big Chuck.
Yeah.
This is my rolling team.
Right. The
We
crew.
go into the dressing room and Pondo's like, come here, Rudy. I want to talk to you. And then Carlito started to follow. He was like, no, not you. Him. I said, oh, fuck, man. Did I do something crazy? He sits me down and he's like, you're fucking up. You got something good going. You don't need to drink, bro, before you go out there. You don't need to do it, man. Your skills alone are good enough.
He had to sit you down. Yeah.
He did. And he said,
Sure.
listen to me, brother.
Sometimes you need it.
He said, look, he looked me in my eyes. He said, if you ever drink with me in the ring with you again, our friendship is over.
It's quite an ultimatum. That's
And you know what? I asked myself, man, what was more important? My friendship with my brother, Kevin Candy, a.k.a. Madman Pondo.
right.
Man, I never drank since going out to the ring against anyone.
So
Because of him.
Lesson learned.
Yes.
Right.
And I was proud to accept that lesson
Yeah, absolutely.
from someone that I respect and I love, you know.
Yeah.
Pondo is my
understand
man.
that,
I
no
mean
doubt.
that.
So our next one here, it is. I'm looking for super chats.
Super chats.
No super chats, so we'll go to the next one. It says,
I'd want to be
Coming-
a super chat, bro.
coming to Detroit this fall. Oh, I did that one. Bob, listen, Bob. Damn it, Bob. All right.
Bob, quit sending the same ones.
So it's Anya Garcia, a familiar friend of ours.
Again.
Yes.
That's okay. Keep
We're
them coming.
glad she's here. Says, will there be a book signing in California?
You
I
know-
also would like to know that.
you
She
know-
stole my question.
You know, we've been
Unbelievable.
we've been trying so hard to get out to California. Hex and Macy, they had it set up and it
What
fell
about
through.
Daniel Jordan?
Daniel Jordan, he's in Phoenix, Arizona.
Oh, he's Arizona.
Yeah,
that's California.
He was born in California, up in the.
I did read his bio. That could be
like
where I
in
got
the
that from.
San Francisco area.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
He's in the Bay City.
Okay.
Bay Area.
All right.
Anywho, we've been trying. We're still trying. I mean,
it's not easy to get out to Cali.
I mean, yeah.
You look, and I'm just saying with gas flights for anybody to get out there.
Right.
You know, shit's expensive nowadays, man.
But one of the cool things is me and Carlito, we're gonna be coming to Texas, and we're gonna be coming to Arizona in the near future. And one of the things that we did with the promoters is we told the promoters, hey, look, we'll give you a deal because we know that it's everyone's trying to do the best. What the hell's going on, bro?
I don't know.
What are you doing,
He's making He's making like.
What's the hand gestures for?
What is that, like shadow puppets, but without the shadows? So he's just making hand puppets.
Man, you guys should have never gave Carlito them shrooms.
So that was the book signing question.
That is
Next question.
Let me answer this and say we're trying. I swear to God, we're trying.
Next one. Brian.
You just rushed me for you to just.
What, I rushed you? I'm sorry. I was trying to move on from that question. My bad.
So let me open up my phone.
Yeah. My bad. I'm just doing the best I can. I can't work with this guy. I told you guys I need more time. All right. So Brian Hall, he wants to know, will Rudy be joining ICP on AEW in June? That's breaking to me. I didn't even know about that.
Well, they're not really joining AEW.
Visiting?
Nothing. Yeah, they're going to be visiting. I mean, right here in Detroit.
Oh yeah, that's right.
For the show here, but
it's at Little Caesars Arena.
I would love to go with them. I would love to, but unfortunately, I'll already be sitting in the stands with Santana.
Okay.
Because I promised my boy he was gonna go.
Well, it seems like that would be the place to be.
I mean, I could either be in the ring or sitting there with my best boy.
I know him. He seems like a cool kid. He'd be good company.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
He's gonna break me that night.
Well,
I mean, he's gonna have to have
your wallet
everything.
ready.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
So much for not having $15 beers at LCA.
Yeah. Well, at least they're only 15. Yeah. And the shirts are what, like
45,
45.
50. Yeah. Here's the thing, man. This is crazy, Eric. You go to LCA, Little Caesars Arena, man, and the beers are $15, bro. That's like half a case.
I've never been there, but I know how much they are at other arenas.
You've never been there?
No.
What?
Never been there yet. I know.
Wow, that blows my mind. I thought you'd at least been to some basketball games.
I know. I need to go to. I haven't been to a Pistons game since they moved there.
Wow.
Yeah, that's been a few years.
Yeah, he refuses since they're closer.
Yeah, I hate that they're 45 minutes closer.
Right.
It drives me nuts.
That's bullshit. They're closer.
Right. Oh, boy. All right, I don't like when I get made fun of, so moving on. Hip Hop 100, thanks for stopping in. Wants to know, who's your favorite old school rapper? Fellas. Oh, fellas, that includes me.
Yeah, that's you too.
I am a fella.
Go ahead.
Oh, man, I was hoping I'd go second, so I had some thinking time.
You can go second.
Jump on in.
Because mine, hands down, is the great Big Daddy Kane. Big Daddy Kane. If you go back and listen to his lyrics, are just phenomenal. The other one is KRS-One. KRS-One, the teacher. Man, he don't play. And my final one, believe it or not, someone who really brings it is Chuck D from Public Enemy.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, that's my old school.
Welcome to the Terror Dome.
Yes.
Yeah, I love, I'm a fan of Ice Cube.
Yeah.
All Ice Cube, NWA, Rich Mob, regular Ice Cube. Love it all.
Do you like, are we there yet, Ice Cube?
I'm more like Studio Ice Cube.
Okay.
Not so much. Well, not so much like Film Ice Cube.
Oh, okay.
Not a big Film Ice Cube
okay,
fan.
Okay.
But love him in the studio.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I love the Sugar Hill Gang. That's old.
Yes,
school.
of course, man. Of
Yeah,
course. Yeah.
love those guys. So there's a few of my favorites.
Man, I got to tell you something. This is so much fun, man.
Oh,
It
yeah.
really is. It really
It's
is.
a great time.
If you got a super chat you want to bounce off, go do the damn thing.
Okay. Let's see. We got a few left here.
All right. We got a few left.
Yeah.
I got a few left.
Yeah. So we got Vicky Sanders. Just says Rudy Hill, much love.
Oh, much love to Vicky Sanders. Vicky
Yeah.
Sanders, let me tell you something. Mr. Carter, this woman is simply amazing, man. When Cruising the Barrio was at its last legs and no one knew about it, she was making donations to make sure that it continued to roll. And
Yeah,
she's
keeping it
she's
alive.
an awesome woman. You know, I met her many years ago in Austin, Texas. No, Houston, Texas. And it was crazy. The night I met this lady, I was at a hotel with Shaggy 2 Dope.
Okay.
We're drinking in the
I can
hotel
picture
bar.
it. Yeah.
We're drinking in the hotel bar, and then there's this Englishman comes there and sits. And I'm kind of looking at him like, I know who this guy is, but I don't know who he is.
Okay.
So he's watching us play pool, and we're, playing music, old school music. And he's like, "Oh God, I love the music you guys are playing. Thank you, man. Thank you.
Like
Can I buy you guys
how
a
old
drink?"
school we talking?
Well, we're talking about like Al Green and
Ooh. I love
the
to hear it.
Temptations.
I'm like
and-
that. Okay, I'm in.
So this
Pictures getting
Englishman,
painted even better. All right.
this Englishman, he's going on about how, he's in town with his band, and we're like, yeah, we're in town with our band too.
All right.
So finally, he was like, "So where you guys playing?" We said Stubbs Barbecue. That was in Austin.
Okay.
Stubbs Barbecue. Everybody plays Stubbs Barbecue. It just sounds like,
Okay,
what?
I'm
Stubbs
not
Barbecue?
familiar with it.
Boys to Men play?
Not judging it. Yeah,
Right.
I just never heard of it.
Right. So anyways, it's a really cool outdoor spot. And I'm like, "So where you playing?" And he was like, "Oh, the Astrodome."
Oh,
I said,
that kind of ups the ante.
right. I'm like, "Oh, fuck." And I look out, and his bus and 4 others are there. And I'm like, "Oh, my God, those are brand new buses right there."
Right.
So finally,
That ain't nothing to scoff at.
we're drinking. I finally say, "Man, hey, come on, man. What band are you with?" And he was like, "Oh, me? My name is Mike Rutherford of Mike and the Mechanics. And, and I'm playing tonight with my other band, Genesis."
Yeah.
I was like, "What? Oh,
Wow.
shit." I ran out to the bus because I had my Genesis CD.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Man, bro, you got to sign this." He was
That's
like,
incredible.
He was
Yeah.
like, "Sure." So he's like, "I got to leave." So me and Joey are playing pool. We're tripping. We're like, "Man, that was that dude
Right.
from Genesis, man. That's
Mike
so
and
great."
the Mechanics.
Right,
Dude,
Mike
I
and
love
the
that.
Mechanics.
I love that.
So we're shooting pool, and all of a sudden the barmaid comes over and she has a big bottle of champagne that he just sent to us. It was like, "Have a good night, man."
Did he sign it in the living years?
He didn't sign it in the living years.
He should have.
Even though that's one of my favorite
Oh
songs.
yeah,
of all
hell
time,
yeah.
man, you know. Anyways, yeah, like I said, we're just sharing stories and having some fun. We hope you're having fun. Are you guys having fun out there? Let us know. We'd love to hear from you.
I'm having fun.
Also, the super chat is wide open. Super chat, well, you know, it's like one of those things that just keep things rolling for us, and we try to keep it rolling for you.
All right. I like the way that sounds. So we got Ghetto, but it's Geto. Fly 313 says Rude Boy is the man,
Thank you.
and so is Eric. She forgot that part. I added that.
Oh, you added
Yeah,
that.
right.
Oh, well,
A
she
true-
forgot.
a
At
true-
least you looked out for her.
She said they're both true. No, this one's just about you. A true Southwest OG legend.
"Oh, thank you so much."
Yeah. So she's giving you a shout out.
What's
Very
her name?
high praise.
Ghetto what?
It's Ghetto Fly 313.
Ghetto Fly. That could be a guy. You know that, right?
That's
See,
true.
That's why you didn't get no props, man.
That
way you'll learn. That way you'll learn, Eric.
He, hey, they're, them.
That way you'll learn.
I screwed up.
Next question,
screwed
please.
up.
This guy.
But he, she, or they, or them did give a shout out, so we appreciate that.
Yes, it's
okay,
true.
I believe this is the last question. So it's from 80s Love Forever. Hey Rudy, I'm really enjoying this Q&A. So are we.
Yeah,
and we're glad you're enjoying it. Man. We're glad you're listening.
Shoot.
So it says happy 420 fire up. Done.
Yep,
Check that off the list.
Yep,
okay. My question is, what was Prince's best / worst movie?
Oh.
This is right up your alley.
Best movie from Prince Rogers Nelson was a classic done in the beautiful black and white format, which I know War Chief would much appreciate.
He lives his life
and
in
it was
black
the
and white.
1986 classic Under the Cherry Moon, which most critics said was the worst film of all time. But if you watched it and you read between the lines, it's just a simple, awesome love story. And I love
bare
it.
bones. It's a love story.
And the worst movie that Prince ever made was a humdinger, if you will,
right.
a humdinger of Graffiti Bridge. Now, it was supposed to be the follow-up to Purple Rain.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be Purple Rain Part 2, and it was Purple Rain Boo-Hoo. That shit sucked.
Nice. Well said. Well said.
But I've watched it 10 times.
Oh, yeah. Just because it's bad doesn't mean you can't watch it.
You're going to just give up on your boy Prince, you know? Like,
I love his top.
It took me 10 times to sit there and say, maybe there was something I missed.
Yeah.
And then finally, after the 10th time, I was like, bro, you just made shit.
No, I think he just missed.
Right.
I'm starting to think he missed on this one.
Right.
So, well, that'd be a good segue to plug the Purple Party.
It's going down tomorrow, man. 9 p.m. Eastern Standard, right there at the new Dodge Lounge, man. I'm so excited about it.
Absolutely.
It's going down at 9 o'clock. 21 and over, welcome. We'll have the books for sale so we can sign them and all that good stuff.
Possible autographs?
All day long. Yes,
All right.
sir. Yes, sir. We also want to plug to make sure that you check out the docu-series on YouTube called Rudy Goes. I go to several different places, and we just have some fun with people.
The last one was at the squeeze station?
Squeeze station,
right.
the Michigan Squeeze Station.
Michigan Squeeze Station.
That's right.
Okay. So that's the Prince Party then.
Tomorrow night, the Prince Party. The original OG Purple Party. We're gonna be celebrating life. We're not gonna be boo-hooing. We're gonna be having some fun out there.
Damn it.
Yes, we are. We are, and Hamtramck has been nothing but love for us, me and Carlito and the crew. So we invite you guys to come out and support. I mean, even if you just want to come out and just have a drink or two and just kick it with us, we'd sure love to see you.
Yeah, I agree. And then in 2 weeks, what was that, Rob? Robbie Box? Robbie Box says, in 2 weeks, we'll be back on May the 4th. That's 2 weeks at 4:20 p.m. Again, same time.
It's true.
Same place.
The day before Bobby Rock's birthday. He's a Cinco de Mayo kid.
Well, Cuatro de Mayo.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Oh,
His
I'm
birthday
sorry.
is the 5th.
That's
yes.
my fault.
Yes, it's true.
That's
and I'm
my
agreeing
fault.
with you. Yeah, you're right.
I'm just, I'm afraid that,
Cuatro de Mayo.
I'm afraid my bilingual skills just took over. That's my fault.
Anyways, we're cruising. We're cruising. We're here.
We're cruising along on this show, I'll tell you that.
Anyways, Eric, any final words you got to say?
Not really from me. I had an enjoyable time here. A very good time. Ask Rudy Anything. It was a good one. 420 edition.
And you know what, man? In 2 weeks from today, we're going to do the Cinco de Mayo edition.
Yes, sir.
Where we're going to talk about our favorite
we'll have some topics lined up.
Yeah, but man, look.
Possibly some games, some interactions, stuff like that. Fun good stuff.
That's
that
right.
Carlito likes.
Good. He doesn't like the bad stuff. He likes the good stuff.
He's a good man.
Carlito's not playing when it comes to that. Anyways, I'd like to thank our producers today, Bobby ROX, Bobby Lee, and of course Carlito Hill.
All three of them.
And
the Bruiser.
Of course the Bruiser, better known as Benny Hill.
He's been in the
That's right,
he's been
Benny
in the
Hill.
production room all damn show, working his tail off.
Can you believe I got a grandson named Benny Hill?
Yeah, I love it. He's a bruiser, and we love him.
We love you guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us. You know we're not here for a long time. We're here for a good time. We'll see you in 2 weeks right here. Me and Eric.